This week's episode of the realest podcast ever is sponsored by Lady Boss Affairs, event styling, treat making, paper flowers, and customized backdrops. Lady Boss Affairs specializes in baby showers, candy buffets, grand opening events, birthdays, engagement parties, retirements, anniversaries, graduations, and baby dedications. They have all the specific needs for any type of event that you want to do, and they build everything literally from scratch. Follow them on Instagram at Lady Boss Affairs. You can contact the owner, Christina, at 610-931-6211 or Jen at 267-981-4270. That's Lady Boss Affairs. What up, what up? It's the realest podcast ever. We back. It's your boy, Disheveled C. Diddy.
And I'm Matt Makes Me Sick.
We got a special guest in the building, our brother.
Oh, my bad. It's BF and crewman, formerly known as Mitchell Chance. I didn't know I was supposed to come on. I thought y'all was going to introduce me or something. I mean,
oh no,
I'm messing it all up. I've been here before.
All that
I don't got the pastor with me, so I can go all in. You know what I mean?
all that red carpet shit is out the window.
That's my bro. Shout out to Pastor Carl.
Always shout out Pastor Carl.
Is Carl back from LA?
Yeah, he back.
Yeah, he was out there trying to get his Creflo on. Helping for that. Carl trying to get a jet.
Trying to get his Creflo on.
Yeah. What's good with you though?
Oh man,
you look a mess.
I'm like, it's like I was telling y'all off air, man. Like I look and feel a mess, and it was like ever since, like I feel like I've been poisoned. Like ever since somebody sent me like a certain screenshot of something, like it's just like been in my system ever since. And I just can't shake
like
it.
The Ring. If you watch it in 7 days, you die.
It's exactly like that. Because now it's like, all right, this one thing. Ignorance is bliss sometimes, and if you're unaware of something, it can't affect you. But then once something's brought to your attention, now you know it exists, and now I can't seem to shake this thing, and it's like in me like a virus. And I told y'all off air, I'm like, yo, I feel like I've been fighting getting sick for the last like 17 weeks, and it's like finally feel like today is the day. Like this is the moment where it's like catching up with me.
Yeah, I really don't think you should have said that you've been fighting getting sick for 17 weeks. That don't sound good.
No, not necessarily, but more so like
17
you be
weeks,
around
like,
this person and they sick, and then it's like you get a little bit of the bug, and you take some vitamin C and whatever, and then all right, you better. And then 2 weeks later, somebody else, and it's just like, yo, get away from me with these germs, man.
Everybody was getting sick, man.
I went to I took a friend of mine to urgent care the other day, and it's like, yo, the flu this season is so severe. It's like the urgent care they closed at 5 on Sunday. It was backed up till 9 p.m. because they seeing all people with the flu.
Which one you went to?
Roxborough.
The Ridge Avenue joint?
Yeah.
That joint's normally empty.
No, that was the second one that we went to. The first one, the Express Care in the Plaza in Andorra or whatever. That one was backed up till like 9
I literally
p.m.
go to the one on Ridge and what is that? Lyceum?
Yeah.
I go there all the fucking time when something's going on.
Even them, they was backed up till 6:30. And they closed at 5.
Empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Matt, you just got to go to urgent care all the time?
Well, I mean, the insurance providers are like scumbags. Since we're talking about
Oh, so you got to go 2 times a year for this? And
No, I got insurance through my job, but they changed our plan now to where before emergency room visits was $35. Now emergency rooms are $100.
God damn.
So urgent care is $24 through your insurance. So I figure I got 4 urgent cares for every emergency room visit. So it's like I go there.
So if you're not missing a limb, then it's urgent care all day.
Much. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I had I had a respiratory infection recently. Like, you remember when I sounded all crazy? I went to urgent care. I was there like 10 minutes, went in the back. She gave me some prescription, picked up from Rite Aid. I was back at the house in a half hour. That's why I'm like, that joint's normally empty.
Yeah.
So to see that's packed, that's fucking crazy.
So yeah, I'm gonna take me some vitamin C when I leave here and get some echinacea. And
get that vitamin C shit that you can put in water and shake it up.
Oh,
it's it's like the packets, like
emergency.
Emergency. Yeah, exactly. And that shit works. Like works. Stop. Don't medicine yourself like a nigga. Don't go get like a Benny and a hot tea. Like, go and get you some real shit from Rite Aid or CVS. You'll feel way better.
Yeah, definitely. No, I got like not Rite Aid. I got vitamin C in the crib, echinacea, the whole kick. So
Niggas be
definitely on
straight.
something.
Niggas be dying in the Chinese store. Like, yo, give me the Benny and a hot tea.
They just want to get high.
That's how they medicine themselves. This shit is crazy. Yo, real quick. Today in a casino, I got on a death row shirt. I'm in a casino today. White dude next to me at the table, he was like, I stood up like I was going to the bathroom. He looked, he's like, death row record? He's like, that's your record company? I'm like,
I thought he was gonna ask was you Suge Knight.
it's amazing the bubble that some of them live in. It's like, this is a record company that did $500 million
In 5 years.
all kinds of classic albums, and this motherfucker looked at me, he's like, that's your record label? I'm like, I didn't even know what to say. So then I'm leaving out. I come down to valet. I get my truck out of valet. The white girl was like, I love your shirt. I was like, thanks. I was signed to Death Row, actually. She was like, really? I'm like, y'all stupid as shit. What the
I was 8. You know, I was this Bow Wow was the first kid act. I was the second one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was Big Matt. He was Lil Bow Wow.
Big
I'm like,
Matt.
motherfuckers is crazy, man. But other than that, today was a productive day. I had a good day playing poker.
Yeah, I've been up since like 9 o'clock this morning, which is extremely early for me. And I was like outside really having to like do stuff. Like I'm done.
Mitch hit me up like, yo, where you at? It's like 2 o'clock. I'm like, I'm at the casino. He's like, okay, cool. What time you heading out there? I'm like, I probably leave. I probably just go straight from here. He like, it's 2. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna be here a while. I'm gonna be here. This is what we do. Like, yeah. But yo, we got Mitch here. Tell us about your TV show that you just started.
Oh man,
Before we get into all this craziness.
The talk show isn't crazy. The talk show is titled "Shh, You Can't Talk About That in the Black Community." It was birthed out of me doing a lot of different videos. Not really a podcast like you guys. Like, what is it called when it's a video? Is it a vlog?
What was it, short form?
Short, long. I do them both. Pause.
Like basically like a
Well, whatever. But
like a web show.
Yeah, so I've always addressed real taboo topics that people were afraid to talk about, and so I wanted to turn it into a more entertaining way to really get more people involved because folks love their damn entertainment. Mm-hmm. So I started in a talk show form where we will discuss very taboo topics. The first thing we dealt with was rape and molestation. Second thing we dealt with was the world making black people feel less than. And next month we're going to be dealing with the miseducation of black children. So we're just break everything that really affects black people systematically or just blatantly, but those things that sometimes we're afraid to discuss. So once a month, every second Saturday, we'll film them, and then that's every second Monday they're aired on my Facebook page, BF and Kruma Speaks.
Yo, Mitch is a Facebook legend, yo.
Oh man,
150,000 followers,
millions of views,
millions. Like, we got to start.
I have 6,000 friends on Facebook, and I have like no collective likes on anything.
I got like 1,000 friends, like family members won't even accept my job. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is taking so long?
All them views and Facebook ain't paying nothing, ain't no ads and nothing on them joints.
But I mean, I think
I actually just saw somebody with ads on them, so I got to figure out how to put ads on mine.
Facebook TV and the Facebook platform just in general is the future of like consumption and like television and stuff and how people view TV.
Yo, real talk, my homie, you know people request you as a friend on Facebook. So if you got the shit on your phone for like the notifications, it'll send you like so-and-so requested to be your friend on Facebook. And that's it. I never go to like accept them or whatever because I don't really be on there like that. But one of my homies just came home from jail. He sent me a John, blah, 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 request you as a friend on Facebook. I see it, ignore it. Maybe like later on in the day, like that night, I get a notification that said so-and-so is waiting for you to accept. I'm like, what type of gangster shit is this? I've never seen that.
It's like now on Instagram, it don't say follow no more, it says follow back.
Yeah.
I was like,
what type of G shit is this? One motherfucker I know that just came home from jail. I get a second notification like, fuck is you waiting to be
like, remind Matt of your friend request. Remind.
Oh, yeah, but man. That's why I'm, going to continue to use that Facebook platform, because the more views I get, like with the talk show, you know, I got a bunch of videos that got over 1 million views. So if I got a talk show that's consistently getting a couple million views, you know, the sky's the limit with that, because there's a lot of TV shows that's not getting a million people that tune in. So that's what I'm working towards.
Yeah, I mean, and the key to content is, you know, is monetization, whichever way, you know, you can do it, whether it be through advertisers or, you know, through some sort of paid platform or something like that. And, you know, if you consistently got them numbers, there's somebody somewhere that want to give you money to do what you're doing. The key is to find out who it is, and make sure that it's not somebody that compromises your, you know, your overall objective of what you doing.
Not at all. I ain't going for that. I need 100% autonomy, because then it's gonna compromise it's gonna compromise my brand. Yeah,
absolutely.
Because my brand is too pro-black to have any strings attached to what I do.
Mitch said that with like vigor. I looked at it. I didn't even know how to respond to that.
He just in front of me, man.
Like, right. Me and Mitch was having some real talks about life and how crazy motherfuckers get, man, out here in these streets over these women. Before you got here, it was pretty good. We should have been recording it. We fucked up.
Nah, we ain't have to tell people stories. Just leave some of that stuff off.
Oh man, but where you want to start this week, man? I think the big thing that's going on in the world is
the biggest thing going on everywhere is the Black Panther. You know, there's so many. Number one, the movie is breaking records. They did 235, 192 in 3 days.
God bless you, man. Thanks, y'all.
Oh yeah, my bad, brother.
Right.
They did 192 million in 3 days, breaking the 3-day record. And then they turned around and did 235 in 4 days, breaking the 4-day record and breaking the bless you.
Thank you.
And breaking the overall record for a holiday weekend opening for like any superhero movie ever. So essentially, like, this movie is on pace to, you know, do over $1 billion. They've done about 300 million in the first week now of being open, and it doesn't show no signs of slowing down. And, you know, essentially it is opening up a new franchise for Marvel. And it's opened them up to a new audience, because historically speaking, all of their movies are predominantly white. And, you know, you have takes on the movie and its impact that are kind of like all over the board in terms of like, are they pandering to black people? Is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What does this mean for the future of black cinema in general? And it's just kind of like, it's like a open dialogue, and there's so much media out there, like especially on YouTube in relation to reactions to the movie. I like this. I don't like this. This person's the breakout star. This is this. I saw something the other day, a video on the salaries that I kind of want to get into with y'all and just kind of see what y'all think for a movie of this magnitude, with some of the people got paid for this film. And I don't know, man. I'll just kind of open the floor by saying this. I think that the movie in general is important, and the franchise of the Black Panther is important, because with the success of it now, it legitimizes that black people will respond to big budget content. They've always historically put us in like a niche market where it's like, think like a man 88, 44 can play that game, and like all these dating
Friday
or like
19.
Yeah, like all these either comedy, it's like limited to comedy or relationship based topics, because they thought like that's all black people want to see. And this movie is kind of breaking that mold and showing us that, hey, we respond to something other than just the normal comedy, romantic comedy, dating movie, et cetera, or just the general silly shit, which we all love and enjoy, but it doesn't take a lot to do that. It's kind of like a dime a dozen. Like, you can pull, you know, if Ice Cube wanted to, he could write 15 Fridays probably in the next month if he wanted to. But he's shown us that he can do more. Are We There Yet? A family movie and stuff like that. So it's kind of a notch in our belt as far as breaking the mold in terms of being limited character wise and not being crackheads and broken families and the slave movies and all of that. So I think with this movie, it has given Black people have now earned the right to make big budget content, whether it be good, bad, mediocre, or indifferent, because Tom Cruise gets to make a mediocre big budget movie whenever the fuck he feels like it.
Yo, when the previews came on, I'm like, I know they're not doing another Mission
Of
Impossible.
course they are.
Like, Jesus
Mission
Christ.
Impossible 67,
Yeah.
starring Tom Cruise and his bad knees.
Yeah.
So it's like, my thing is, it's like, hey, you know, I think that now we should be on the equal playing field where, you know, as far as like, they shouldn't shy away from the black lead or the black majority cast for other types of movies that aren't relationship comedy, slave, et cetera, because there's people that look like us all over the world. It's not just limited to black Americans. You got Africans, you got black French people, you got black Germans, you got black people all over the world. You got Afro-Caribbeans, you got Afro Arabs and shit like that. So it's like there's black people all over the world. The black man is the original man. And ultimately, I think that this is kind of even shocked Marvel in terms of like, hey, it's kind of like Kendrick Lamar with a big single. He sells the same amount as Drake. It's like, hell, if we put black people in a big budget movie and add our normal marketing to it, it does more than what we do when it's Captain America. Holy shit. So I think that it's opening eyes in a number of different ways. And I'm just curious to see, you know, what y'all thoughts and reactions are to it. Definitely. In any aspect.
Now, I'm on the total opposite side of the fence with that. I do not believe multi-million, $100 million marketers ever believed that black people would not go see images of them in a good light. They knew better than that. They study psychology, they study marketing, they study people. To think that they really believed that we would not go see ourselves in a better light would make us believe that they were not intentionally putting out movies to make us believe certain things about ourselves. Now, psychologically, it's called inference. If I show you doing something long enough, you believe you're supposed to begin to do those things. Okay. So when we look at how movies began, like we see, you ever even just look at The First Birth of a Nation?
I never.
Not the Nate Parker one.
I watched
the original.
Okay, yeah. So the original and all those movies where they have the white man in the black face, and they were always portraying the black man as a certain type of individual to put this propaganda and these ideas out there into the minds of people.
Absolutely.
It went from that, then they start using actual real black faces, but putting them in the slave role, or the cartoons where they made us like cannibals when cannibalism has never been something that's in Africa. That's something that's only been in Europe. And so with the cartoons, with the movies, they were always putting out negative images of black people. Then we get into the blaxploitation era where we'll give you a little bit of fight the system, but every black man is still going to disrespect black women, or they're going to be beefing with other black men, or they still selling dope. And it's always to lure you in with some component of what you like, but then feed you a negative idea of yourself. So we can look at that clearly in rap music. So now they're saying, well, the people don't want to listen to positive music. Well, what about all the positive music we listened to before y'all bastardized it? You know, when Queen Latifah was saying, who you calling a bitch, the women didn't want to be called bitches. People were okay with that. People were wearing the X shirts. Folks was wearing the dashikis and the hats and everything when the music was there. They decided, when they start corporatizing prisons, they understood, if I put this negative music out there, the inference is going to cause more negative stuff and we'll make money off of these jails. So it was never us that decided we don't want to listen to positive music. It was them that decided we don't want to give you positive music.
Yeah, they pushed the other stuff to the forefront.
So with the movies, they never thought, well, black folks will never come see a movie with them that looks good. Come on, that don't even make sense.
No, I think that they did, bro. I just think that they didn't think to this level, because
I can agree with that.
Every estimate that they put out was extremely lowball compared to where it ended up at.
I can definitely agree with that. But what I'm saying is, I'm dealing with the motive. Black Panther was not about are we finally okay with or we're going to put out a movie to test to see if black folks is really going to come out and see it. Now, Black Panther was put together because they knew black folks would flock to it, and then we can put some sick-ass subliminal messages in there. Because what Black Panther was designed to do was to make black folks and African folks divided. So we got Team Killmonger, we got T'Challa, white supremacy wins. If you decide to be on one side and somebody else decides to be on another side, white supremacy wins. If you think one person's mission is better than the other person's mission, then white supremacy wins. The whole idea and concept of Black Panther was do not allow the blacks outside of Africa to get resources, because if they get resources, then they'll control the world. So make sure there's no harmony between those who are in Africa and those who are outside of Africa. They made it intentional for T'Challa to say, "You not my people. Those aren't my people. I'm the king of Wakanda." To put it out there like Africans don't like black people. So it's reinforcing a negative stereotype.
Which we've all heard for a long time.
Yes, but it's not true. I'm on the phone with Africa. It's African countries that's begging us to come back. But to reinforce the idea that y'all can't connect with them Africans, they make that scene as soon as T'Challa as soon as N'Jadaka walks in and T'Challa is sitting on the throne. T'Challa knows this is my first cousin. But he has disdain towards him immediately. That scene is just saying, y'all don't like each other. Y'all don't like each other. So with the glitz and the glamour, they're throwing us subliminal messages. Go ahead.
I'll say this with the whole goings-ons of the movie. I'm not being funny. I'm not as smart as I thought I was. Because the Facebook posts, the YouTube videos, it's so many big words that I just... I'm not being funny. Like, when I told you I saw it twice.
Yeah, I did too.
Me too.
The first time I saw it, and I went on Facebook and I saw some of the posts that people were putting up, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
What movie did I see?
Because motherfuckers is like really like giving in-depth like speakings on this movie, and I'm like, I didn't feel none of that shit. I'm like, I gotta go see this shit again. So, to your point, I guess you could say I'm Team Killmonger.
Okay.
Because I just liked. I don't know if Michael B. Jordan's a good actor yet. I'm still out on the.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
He's put in phenomenal spots with greatly written characters, but I don't know I don't know if they put the guy from Get Out in that character, if he's better or I don't know.
Like I told, like as soon as the shit, I'm like, yeah, I fuck with this Killmonger nigga. Fucking, I hate Michael B. Jordan. I'm like, and I'm like, that's how I felt as soon as the shit is over. But for me, I liked Killmonger from the rip. I'm talking about from when he was in the museum and he was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." And the white lady was like, "Oh, these artifacts aren't for sale." And he's like, "Well, how you think your people got them? Did you think they paid a fair price?" I'm like, "Ooh, I like this nigga." Yeah, I was rooting. I'm talking like I was Killmonger, Umbaye. Like I was going crazy. I'm like, I like this motherfucker. All the way to the end when he got killed, and he like, "Oh, we can save you." He like, "No, for what? Put me in a cage? No, dog, put me in the ocean."
He maintained his integrity throughout.
I liked him.
It was character consistency from the first time we seen him on screen to when he died.
Now I'll say this because I told you right after I saw it, I've never seen a Marvel movie. Have you?
Yeah.
See, you've seen them. You've seen. Yeah. I've never seen one, so I have no Marvel movie etiquette. Perfect example. The movie ends. It's going off. I stand up and put my coat on. My girl like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Ain't nobody else in the theater. I'm like, "What the fuck is everybody sleep?" My girl like, "No, sit down. It's not over." I'm like, "The shit say starring." What the fuck you mean? Because I've never seen a Marvel movie.
Starring M'Baku.
And my girl like, no, sit down. So we sitting there watching the credits. Boom, another scene. I'm like, "This is the stupidest shit ever." I'm like, she like, "Yeah, Marvel movies do this, whatever." So they do the scene, whatever. The shit end. Now the lights come on and the credits is back. I'm like, all right, bet. I get up. My girl like, "No, sit down." I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. The motherfuckers is cleaning up the theater. Did they come in with the brooms? I'm like, why is there everybody? I'm talking the whole theater still sitting there. The shit fully ends. Boom, another scene. I'm like, yeah, see, I've never seen none of this shit, so I didn't know that that's a thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you like these type movies, you'll love it. For me,
yeah, I don't think it was a bad movie.
I don't think so either. But for me, more so, I was looking at it like it was actual. Like it felt like not a superhero movie. It felt like real life. Because I was on the tip, like most superhero movies, like you watch Batman's or Superman's or any of these type. Meteor Man. It's like Meteor Man had to fight the Golden Lords. With this, it's like it just is really us beefing with each other.
Yeah,
There is like no bad crew. There is like, you watch Blink Man, the nigga had to take on the drug. Like, every movie has like a bad syndicate.
Yeah, the way this movie is similar and different than the other Marvel movies, because typically Marvel movies introduce conflict around like the 1 hour mark of the movie, and then the next hour is spent fighting the conflict, but it's not really a resolution to it. It's just like a temporary resolution, or there's a new conflict that gets introduced right before the end.
But I'm saying on the tip where it's like, you look at like Dark Knight, like Bane. I'm talking about from Jump Street. He like, what he say? He didn't fly so well. A lot of loyalty for a hired gun. Bane like, perhaps he's wondering why you would shoot a man and throw him. Like, you knew from the rip Bane was about it.
Right.
He said, all right, genius, you got caught. Now what's this next part of your plan? Crashing this plane? like from the rip, you know what Bane about. And in this, when Killmonger said the shit about the artifacts, I'm like, I think I like Killmonger. I'm telling my girl, I'm like, I think
somebody put a post on Twitter and it fucked my head up, and they was like, we think that Ryan Coogler and the other writers from Black Panther wrote Killmonger so dope that they was like, we got to put some bad shit in here about him because people are going to like him too much. Like, and they added like the stuff about him like abusing women and all of that, like, and choking the priestess out just to make it to where it's like he's a little bit less palatable.
That's the history of the revolutionary character. It's the same because Killmonger is no different than Magneto. It's still the same character, but in order to demonize the revolutionary, they add an extra component. So with Magneto, it's not just, all right, I don't want to separate all mutants. Every now and then he like, well, I want to kill all humans. And so it gets you to a place where you don't want to be associated with the revolutionary. It's the same with in the Planet of the Apes with Koba. They demonize him. So it's always the same character over and over again. So but I'm glad that so many folks did videos prior to Black Panther because it made a lot of people actually go in there with their eyes open. Now, like you said, you went in there and you was like, it was just a movie to me. That's when it's a problem. See, when you go and you watch...
I'm sorry.
No, it's nothing to be sorry about. It's nothing to be sorry about.
That's just scary. I'm sorry.
Listen, I'll be trying to say I'm going to be calm and I'm going to talk. I'll be watching Amos Wilson and I'll be like, I want to sound like him because folks always say I'm aggressive. Let me try to calm it down. So...
I apologize for not...
you don't have to
apologize for making you get aggressive with me. Yeah. I'm sorry.
One fish, two fish. I apologize.
So, when you go into a movie and you don't have your guard up, that's how the subliminal messages grab a hold of you.
Now, see, that's one of the things I saw on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, they should have prepared black people for going into the movie. And I'm like...
A lot of us did. Like I said, my video got 3 million views. So everybody that watched my video, even though a bunch of them might have been mad at me, they went to the movie thinking about like, maybe I should be paying attention to this a little bit, because if you don't understand how much they study people just to get there, it's like I was taking a class in
real quick.
In
can
school.
You post about our podcast on your Facebook?
Yes, I've posted about it before.
But I mean, like, do a video and call people, pieces of shit, and then you know how you do.
As heard on the realest podcast ever.
Yeah, make a video talking crazy.
I don't call people pieces of shit.
And then slip in and go listen to the podcast.
I got y'all. But it's like this, right? So the psychology of people, it's a psychology to colors.
Right.
Somehow they figure out red makes you hungry, right? Mm-hmm. So McDonald's has red in it. Burger King's has red in it. You go down south, Bojangles got red in it. Wendy's got red in it. Checkers got red in it. So the psychology of colors is we put red on it, and then you wonder why every time you drive by, you hungry. They found out that earth tones make you more comfortable. So when you go into a restaurant, all the restaurants got earth tones, so you can feel more comfortable and stay here a little while. We can come upsell you something. So folks know good and well how to subconsciously program your mind to want or to do what they want you to do. So when you go into a movie or listen to music, you are being subconsciously trained, if you don't have your guard up, to think folks are going to spend millions of dollars on...
You're not lying.
Yeah.
Subconscious is crazy.
Yeah, you think folks are going to spend millions of dollars on commercials if they don't work?
Yeah.
Now, if a 30-second commercial can make you buy something that you don't need, what more can a 2-hour movie do to you?
Yeah, true.
What more can the 21-hour albums you listen to in a year do to you?
Like Nipsey rapped over something Nas did the other day. I haven't listened to it, but everybody I follow on Twitter was like it was trash. So
It's trash. It's trash.
like,
Twitter says trash. It's trash.
crazy. Like, yeah, the subconscious is
And the thing is, it's so dangerous with the subconscious is when you go when you do get 4 minutes to go and listen to it, you're going to go into it like this is going to be bad.
See, this is the fucked up part though. I'm not like you. You're a deep. You got on a shirt that says "Stay woke." Like you're like a thought. Like how we talk about second level and third level.
Yeah.
You're like on the 18th level. Of thinking. I'm
Appreciate that,
That's
brother.
real shit.
This is
So it's like,
a think tank.
so we walked in the movie theater the other day and like my girl tasked me as she was like, make sure you pay attention to the hidden messages. And I'm like,
You didn't tell me it was a test.
I'm like on the edge of my seat, like, was that a hidden message? Like every little thing that happened, I'm like, is that supposed to be?
Man.
Because that's just how people were making the movie. And I told you, people were literally giving think pieces about what they thought about the movie. And I'm like, damn, I completely missed that.
Yeah.
Like the whole life will be better for the black man if he just entrusts in a black woman. Like motherfuckers was going off on that, John, and I'm like, yeah, I see what they saying, but
that was good for a moment, but then it showed what does Alvin Morrow call it? Man, I hate when I can't remember something. Some kind of psychosis or whatever. So it ends up with the woman being over the man, and he's kneeling down because he's afraid of her at the end. What's the guy's name? The guy from Get Out's character.
Oh, I think I don't know his character's
When
name.
he comes up with the rhino,
I just
and
call
then
it
the
Get Out.
and then the rhino licks her,
Yeah.
and then he like, "Are you going to kill me, my love?" And it turns the man, and you know, not that a woman is subservient or anything to a woman, because I don't want the feminists to try to kill me. Not a misogynist, but it reverses the role. Psychic chaos. That's what Alvin Morrow calls it. Psychic chaos when the leader ends up following the follower. So that's what we end up seeing. So yeah, it's okay to see the woman strong. I'm not against that.
I liked her character.
Yeah,
though.
she was all in.
I loved it.
She was all in.
Yeah, definitely. But then you end up seeing the man like, I'm gonna just throw my weapon down and I'm just gonna give up because this woman is gonna kick my ass.
The biggest thing I think I took away from the movie was instantly I didn't like T'Challa dead, like the actual Black Panther. I mean, like instantly, like from the moment I literally leaned on my girl. I'm like, I don't like the cut of this man's jib, and my girl was like, what? I'm like, I don't like the cut of his jib. He just comes off as like a piece of shit. And then you see he kills his brother, leaves the nephew in Oakland out of all places. It's like, damn.
Like he don't even take the nephew with him. Like, yo, I just killed your dad, but come on to your royalty.
So what's that message, Matt?
I don't
That the Africans abandoned y'all here.
Yeah,
But see, that's I was telling him the other day. Paul Mooney had a joke on his Jesus Black John where he was like, Africans I hate, and an African lady was sitting in the front row. She found a face. He was like, oh no, it's true, I hate you. He's like, we waited and waited and nobody came for us. He's like, y'all wrote us off like a bad check. He's like, had that been any other people, they would have declared war on America for their people back. He's like, Africans just left us the fuck here and went on like nothing happened, and then they showed up 300 years later with a briefcase full of watches. I don't fuck with y'all. And he was like, but that was like real in the movie, seeing them completely like, oh no, we got the resources, we got all of this technology, we ain't fucking with it.
but they were so fearful. Like, if somebody finds out about it, they'll try to come and fight us or take it from us or this or that. So we just gonna leave our people.
But
for
y'all
dead.
got shit that can't nobody stop.
Exactly. and we still fearful. So now that subliminal message is, as advanced technologically and educationally as we are, we're still inferior to the white man.
My thing is like, y'all got this power, y'all got the vibranium.
Vibranium.
Black Panther's walking around in a suit that literally makes him unstoppable. He takes the suit off and like drinks the shit to lose the Black Panther. He's Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's like, I never seen nothing like.
Well, in his defense, he is like one of the smartest people in this country, and he's a trained samurai.
Yeah, but he got his ass whooped.
Well, yeah, I mean, every now and again you run into somebody that can whoop ass a little better than you. Even Bruce Lee couldn't box a bullet,
Yeah, true.
Nor his son.
nor his son.
Yeah, the farmer had to dig his ass up out the river. Yeah, that shit was bad for him. But my thing, like I said with the movie, is to see Africa, which we all know is the birthplace of people. You know, it's one of the richest. It probably is the richest continent as far as
definitely is.
things and supplies and shit like that. to see them have it to where people think they're a third world country, because that was what was going on. Remember, they was like, oh, you know, they have all this shit in the bowls. Like, that's a third world country. But they're really living great and got all of this stuff and all of this amazing technology. And then they turn their back on the world. And that's why I was saying with Killmonger, that's not like a villain in a movie that's like trying to destroy everything.
It's an anti-hero.
Killmonger literally shows up like, yo, let's take this shit. Nigga, Oakland fucked up. Let's take this shit back out. Oaktown. Let's take it to Chicago. Let's take it to New York. Let's free all of our people from their oppressors. And they like, yo, boy, tripping. Let's get him the fuck out of here. And that's what I told my girl. I'm like, the biggest thing I took away from the movie was black people are never going to be able to get it right because we can't coexist with each other. That's what I took away from it.
That's what it wants you to believe.
Like,
that's the movie.
So,
I mean, we got hundreds of years of programming and psychological damage that's been done to us from like multiple different sources, like from, you know, us versus us to us versus these people. And it's just like, it's going to take a whole lot of work to reverse what's happened, but it's not impossible. No, it's been made to think it's impossible, but it's just it is going to take a lot.
Hopefully,
of work.
if Trump keep being Trump, it's going to help us.
It's going to help us to a certain extent.
Because the more he do some crazy radical stuff, because it's going to take some radical stuff for us to say, you know what? Because a lot of us don't even want to be free. Freedom is not the goal. So folks are like, man, Killmonger ain't had no good plan. I'm like, the plan was to get free. Y'all, we can figure out the rest of the stuff once we free. I'm not concerned with how we build after we get free. I'm concerned with getting free. You know what I mean? Somebody choking me, I'm not going to concern with how I breathe after they let me go. Yeah. I got to get you off my neck.
Yeah, see, and the weird part was I drove to 60 the next day after I did the movie.
Somehow it comes back to a bus.
And I'm like, we don't need freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what was on.
Like, Mitch is wrong. We don't need freedom.
Yeah. Mitch is tripping on that video. I'm like, we don't
I got to send Mitch a video, Mitch. Do you think this motherfucker need to be free?
Yo,
is this one of them?
Real talk, dog. Yo, like, I really don't like, and I love black people. I do. I mean, I like all people. I'm not one of them people that hate people. I ain't got that.
I don't hate anybody. I don't got much time. You know, contrary to popular belief.
But some of the shit I just see from us, it just be like, I'd keep my vibranium too if I had the shit. I wouldn't pass.
I wouldn't give the vibranium, but I would free folks and allow folks to control their own destiny. Like we really messed up, you know, as a people. But there has been systematic programming.
I never will argue that. Yeah.
It's like sometimes you can see a family, man, where the lineage just like they just never learned nothing since slavery.
Right. Blind leading the blind.
Yeah, they came from and you got to think we only 5 or 6 generations from slavery.
Yeah,
5-6 generations from slavery, man.
Some more, lower, lesser than
that. Yeah, and so some folks some families, man, they ain't learn much of nothing, man, and it's sad. And it's not like the public school system is really going to teach you and help you do nothing. It's not like anything is really designed. Now they done took all our rec centers in this city. I don't know about other cities, but in Philly, the rec centers and stuff is gone. We ain't even got arcades to go play. Yeah. Like it's just
it'd be crazy, like just how the different like the generations look.
Totally different
at things, like how they look at the world, how they look at other people, how they look at us. It's just like my grandpa, he's 97, he'll be 98 in May. He's from Monroe, North Carolina, so he grew up in the 20s down south, and he tells me like, oh, you work for something, but you better not leave, that's the best job a black man can have. And I'm like, no the fuck is that? I'm like, I'm in here taking shit out your fridge. Like, no it isn't. It's just like crazy. It's just how different the different generations see the world, like for what it is. And it's I don't know, like I told you at first, when I first saw the Black Panther, I wasn't like overly like, people was like, oh, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. I'm like, no, the fuck it isn't. Yeah, Passenger 57 is better than this. We're gonna be real. I'm like, this shit isn't that fucking good. Like John Cutter was the fucking
this
man.
Guy, man. He always comes out with the most random, outlandish stuff.
I'd rather watch Passenger 57. But when I went back and saw it the second time, I'm like, all right, I can understand the dialogue and the talking and all of the different things that are going on, because now I'm looking at it basically like you said, like a little different. Like I got a different lens on. And I'm on a tip where it's like, could the T'Challas and Killmongers coexist? Now I'm questioning it.
Yes.
If it could happen.
Yes, T'Challa.
Because you got people, you got somebody who wants freedom from all oppressors. But then you have somebody who literally has the power to do that and says, no, y'all don't need that. We don't need to let this out into the world because then things are going to get completely scrambled and it's going to be all over the place. So that's more so my joint. Like, can the T'Challas and Killmongers coexist?
I think T'Challa and Killmonger can coexist if T'Challa is open to change some things. Now,
see, at the end, he was, though. Remember, he started the hospital. He came to Oakland.
Yeah.
They had the Bugatti spaceship.
He Obama'd us. He Obama'd us. He Obama'd us. And people felt he brought back the block, but they still slaves on the block. So what it is, But the T'Challas and the Killmongers can exist. Killmonger is, let me stop. Njadaka, because it's still, that's even another message in the movie. They would never call him by his real name, because the little girl comes out and says, "You're Eric Killmonger, you're CIA, this and that and that," and he says, "That's not my name, baby. My name is Njadaka. I'm the son of Njobu. But even we continue to call him by this negative connotation name.
I mean, I just like the name.
Well, I mean, everything is deeper to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everything is deeper to me. So the Njadakas and the T'Challas can coexist because Njadaka he's just a general. He and I just looked at the other guy, the Wakabi. They're generals, but T'Challa just has to be open to using his generals. Now, forget Killmonger. He didn't want to use Wakabi. If Njadaka didn't come in 5-10 years from now, Wakabi was going to try the same thing. Because he had a conversation with him. Listen,
who's Wakabi?
Wakabi, the guy from Get Out.
Get Out.
I looked it up because I wanted to have his name right.
Yeah.
So, he went to him like, I ain't with bringing nobody up in here, but if you want me and my guys to go clean up the world, we got you.
Right.
And he was
do it.
Yeah, and he was having issues.
Yeah.
Not only him, Nakia, Lupita Nyong'o's what the heck is her name? In Lupita. I'm gonna just call her Lupita. Lupita's character. I can't come back. I seen what's going on in the world. Yeah. So it was a lot of folks that was around him. So he has to be open. They can coexist because the general.
Real quick, Lupita looked amazing.
Listen here.
Goodness.
Listen here.
I'm not trying to be funny. I didn't know it was her till like an hour. I thought, who is this bitch?
Oh my goodness. Listen here.
And my girl like, that's Lupita. I'm like, no, the fuck is she looked real
was
good.
Looking good as hell in that movie.
I said,
sorry, feminists, for fetishizing black women.
Whatever. She could have me walking barefoot eating cassava leaf.
They'll try to drag you, man.
Lupita looked good.
But they can coexist, man. We definitely can coexist. The revolutionary and
drag me. I'm going to work tomorrow.
Huh?
I don't give two shits about people get so bent out of shape nowadays about any and everything.
Oh, you saw what I said about the feminists? Yeah, they go crazy.
It's like, I'm not a feminist. I have a mom. You know what I'm saying? Like I
have a mom.
It's the truth.
You got to see my inbox. Imagine what an inbox looked like when you got 2 videos in the same week that got like 3 million views and it's controversial.
You trying to filter through all of it.
Listen, a couple different things, man. But these folks, first of all, I'm trying to figure out, do they think I read them? You can't think as soon as I open it and I see it's a long 5 paragraph, I don't read it.
Yeah.
I'm not reading it. But they be wanting to cuss me out. They be on the post. I got called. I get called misogynist and man bashers in the same day. I'm like, how can I be both? How the hell can I man bash and be a misogynist? Like, either I'm on one side of the fence or I'm on the other. But folks just don't want no kind of accountability. Yeah. No matter who it is. But that's a whole nother subject.
People hate hearing the truth. I don't know why.
Oh, my God.
But it's like, I had a chick recently on Instagram DM me like, you always be talking shit about niggas out here, like niggas is the worst people on earth. And I'm like, well, yeah. I'm like, you're 37 and you ran on the back door. You were hiding behind a mannequin at Broad and Lehigh and ran on the back door of the bus. It's like, you're not an upstanding person. So it's like, that'd be my job. It's like, I just pretty much talk about what I see. I'm not making shit up.
What you see,
I just tell, and I say it like it is on all sides. It's like, black people are fucked up. There are white. Go down Kensington. There are white people that.
Stuff happens. I mean, especially on the bus. I watched somebody snatch a bike off the front.
Oh.
Give me that real quick. Give me that bike.
Listen. I'm driving a 54. I swear to God. I'm driving a 54. Black boy gets on. He puts the bike on the bike rack, gets on the bus. We going down Lehigh Avenue. We got to, where's the McDonald's? American in Lehigh? Is that American or Second? One of them in Lehigh. Right where the money lounge was at, right there. I pull up at the red light, chilling. It's people crossing the street. Puerto Rican boy walking across the street, like, no, just walking. He walk up and start taking the bike off the bike rack. I'm looking dead at him, and I'm like... So I turned to
man, they taking your bike.
I turned and I'm like, hey, did you okay this with the bike?
Like, did you send him a text message and say, yo,
get the bike
American
on the
Lehigh,
front of the
get
bus.
the bike.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, did you okay this? He like, man, open the door. I open the door. Puerto Rican boy is like, you ever seen a cartoon where like they running but they not moving? he got the bike on the ground and he's running side by side trying to like hop on the bike so he can
get going.
And black boy like I'm talking about hawking down. And now the light is green.
So what do you do?
I pull off. They down the street. So I pull off. I pull off. It's a dude waiting at the next corner. I think that's Masher and Lehigh. I can see the black boy on the bike in my rear view
behind you
coming down to the bus. So I'm like, I'm about to run this fucking light. Cause I'm like, I'm gonna pass him. Cause I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna hawk me and be mad as shit. So boy puts the cane out. So I'm like, fuck, I stopped. Light turned red. Black boy, I'm talking about, came up on the bike. Damn, dog, you was gonna leave me? I'm like, I thought you was about to be rapping with him. I didn't know what was going on.
I thought this was an all-day thing.
Yeah.
He put the bike back on the bike rack, got on center. He like, boy, lucky I just came home and I ain't looking for no smoke. I'm like, right.
It's like, keep that same energy with the bus driver because I too am avoiding smoke right now.
Motherfucker took the bike right off the bike rack.
Folks is out here.
Motherfuckers out here just doing crazy,
Out here doing
stupid
crazy stuff.
shit, dog. Dude at my job recently, chick got her purse snatched getting on the bus, and the driver hopped off and chased the bull down and got the purse. I'm like, man, amazing, because I wouldn't have chased him. Chick got her phone snatched one time getting on my bus on the 54. She was getting on the bus on the phone. Bull walked up, snatched the phone.
I remember that was going on like crazy. They were snatching phones like all over the place.
People doing real bad out here, man. They doing real bad out here.
I don't be fucking exaggerating, making up no motherfucking euphemisms. I'm talking about people. I see some of the most insane shit go on.
I guess.
And I literally sit back sometimes and I just be like, how? How? Like, yo, effing Allegheny, all of that shit.
That just sound like something crazy about to happen.
All the letters in Allegheny.
Yo, you go down there, dog. Like the other day when it was warm, it's like this shit really looked like Grand Theft Auto. Like how people just walking around, just spaced the fuck out. It was like 2 federal agents chasing a nigga down the street on this side.
Oh man!
And on this side, they like barbecuing. It's just like it's amazing how much shit just goes on in the hood. So it's like, yeah, I can understand keeping your vibranium and just like, y'all just gonna be where y'all at. I understand. It's the equivalent of like black people being successful and moving out the ghetto.
And that's, to me, that's what Wakanda represented to me.
That's what I kind of felt
Wakanda
like.
was like a upper class, affluent black neighborhood where they don't identify with the black people in the hood and they don't want nothing to do with them. That's what it looked like to me. And people saying Wakanda forever.
I didn't understand the Wakanda forever because it was like Wakanda that's kind of like on some bullshit. For real.
Right.
So it's like, that's, I felt like I walked away because, y'all don't understand. Me and this nigga was going at
at 2 in the morning or whatever the fuck it was on Saturday.
Listen, I left the movie and I text him and Ron like,
You're like,
yeah,
this is some
man,
bullshit. This shit ain't for me.
I'm like, I was like, I'm hyped for Super Troopers too.
Yo, that set me off. I said, Matthew.
What a super, that's a real movie?
That's a real movie.
It's a comedy
I
movie.
said, Matthew, help me I said, I can get that you not in the Black Panther, but how are you going to then drop Super Troopers 2 on me in response to how you are
Black
not
Panther.
feeling the Black Panther?
I want to play the message so bad. He was like, man, I'm about to be done with this fucking podcast. I was pissed.
As all our arguments do, it ended with love. But
we told each other then, yo, I love you, dog.
That's how me and Carl is.
Yo,
me and Carl
moment
on the phone. I'll be calling him a slave, all kind of. That's that slave. That's that slave stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's my brother. That would never get out to the street. You know what I'm saying?
I told him and Ra, I'm like, the movie just ain't for me. It's like, if you're a Marvel person or like these comics, here go another joint real quick. I'm not in the comic books. Sorry, are either were y'all when you were?
I was lightly in the like I had like a little bit of Black Panther, I had a lot of Thor, Incredible Hulk, like and X-Men.
So it's like, I'm at work the other day, and like one of the guys in my depot comes in, and he's going off about Black Panther, and I'm like, what's wrong? He like, man, they changed so much shit from the comic book, because in the comic book, Black Panther was dating Storm, and I'm just like, yo, shut the fuck up. Because I'm like, I don't want to hear this shit. But when I saw it again, my perspective on it changed to where it's like, all right, I can understand why people have such a deep feeling, whether they're on one side, other side, or whatever. Because at the end, for me, it was like, I felt what Killmonger was saying. It's black people suffering all over the world, and we have the ability here to help them. I'm a rightful heir to the throne. I have the right to challenge.
Right.
I'm a beat boy to fuck up because he can't
throw him
fuck,
off this mountain.
He can't fuck with me. And then we gonna get this shit cracking all over the world. I felt him on that. But then on the same time, I understood why the Wakandians, if you want to call them that, were hesitant in wanting to put that shit out. Because you remember Dave Chappelle with the reparations?
Richest man alive?
No, yeah, like he like, you can't give niggas checks and let them loose because
is this your son?
No, I
just bought this baby
I bought
cash.
this baby cash. like you just can't give niggas that type power. Like, perfect example. If you ever watch Meteor Man, you remember Meteor Man?
Yeah, I watched.
You remember Meteor Man? Do you remember it like vividly?
No, I haven't seen it since
A long time.
94.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Robert Townsend was Meteor Man. He got the power from the meteor. Became superhuman strength, superhuman all this shit. The nigga was building like massive vegetables, cleaning up crime, getting rid of crack houses. Like, he was bettering the world. The leader of the Golden Lords, remember he touched the meteor at the end when they was fighting in the street, and he had the power for 30 seconds. He turned to a squad and was like, shoot me. And they all started shooting him, and the bullets couldn't affect him. He said, I will be God on this planet. I want to meet with all the world leaders. I'm like, this nigga done lost his mind. He had power for 10 seconds. That nigga said, I will be God. I want to meet with all the world leaders. And it's like, that's really what happens if you give the wrong people power.
They didn't.
So I understood both sides.
But they didn't have to just give the vibranium to anybody. What Njobu was talking about was them being able to rule the world righteously. Now, Killmonger and Jadaka was definitely upset. His father got killed. He got abandoned. So, of course, he's going to be a little angry. But when you look at the root of it, especially starting with his father, it wasn't about, let's just give these random guys on the corner vibranium weapons to kill everybody. He said, man, we can rule the world the right way. So I'm with that.
And that's kind of how I felt. That I told you, even down to him saying, put me in the ocean with my ancestors who knew that, death was better than bondage. It's like he stuck true to who he was and what he was out to do.
I think Ryan Coogler did a great job of sliding, what he could in. He still had to allow white supremacy to do white supremacy but he slid some good stuff in there.
I'll say this, he's a phenomenal director.
Oh my goodness.
Because I watched it's like a 9-minute video I watched today on how they did the fight scene in the casino.
With the girl's hair. Now, it's a 9-minute video for a 45-second scene, and you think they not putting subliminal messages into everything?
Now, here's the thing, though. He was saying how they did that at the beginning. He was like, we tried to set a precedent for how well we was going to work, and he was showing all it did. Like, they had to develop a John. Remember when, what's the girl, the bald head lady? I can't think of her name. Okoye. When Okoye was up on the balcony and the boy realized who she was and she started fighting, and T'Challa was down on the first level and the body came falling off. Remember when the shot went from him straight up? He's like, they had to build basically like a slingshot with the camera on it, so that like when the shit popped off, the camera shot. He's like, and then you can almost see it. It's a dude standing behind a pillar. So when the camera came off the slingshot, he caught it, and that's how I'm like. They creative as shit now when it come to directing.
I've been watching a lot of the media like surrounding the movie and stuff, and like the interviews and all that, and they were saying that part of the reason why Ryan Coogler is such a successful director is because of his cinematography, and they had
phenomenal
these extended like not even a crane. You can't even call it. It's not a crane shot, but it's like these like dialogue shots where they're like following somebody and it's like so long, and they like how they maintain the steadiness of the camera and all that. He's the only one in the industry that can do that.
They said they built a slingshot with the camera on it. Let the shit go. The camera basically shot up from the first level to the second level, and the nigga came from behind the pillar and caught it and kept the shot. I'm like, that's amazing. But going to what you were saying about the hidden messages, Ryan Coogler was talking about how for that scene, Okoye is dressed in red, Lupita is in green, and then T'Challa is in black for the Pan-African and all. And I'm like, yeah, like it is so much little shit to just go on. Like she's got on gold because that's a sign of something else he was saying.
It was something with the shoe, something with the hair, a whole lot of stuff.
Then they was talking about the whole shit with the spear that she had, like how because she was using a rubber spear, and it's just he's a phenomenal director. After watching that video, I'm like, yo, this nigga's good.
And he said that he went to an enclave in Africa that's like like a small community or whatever, and they were one of the only African colonies in South Africa to not be colonized by like the outside world or whatever. And because they couldn't be colonized, largely because they was up on this mountain ridge or whatever, and people couldn't get to it. He said so once they couldn't colonize them, they just cut them off from all resources. He's like, but the way that they've maintained the land and all that is so beautiful. And he's like, he went there for like 2 months and just lived out there like he was one of them. And he's like, yo, being in Africa and going to these different tribes and stuff like that and seeing like, it's like black people, we didn't lose. It's like they think that black Americans are disconnected from Africa, but it's still certain little small nuances and aspects of how we live our everyday life that are still connected back to our original roots, and like how we sit down and eat dinner as and as a family and all of that.
Afrocentricity, Molefi Asante calls it a DNA memory. So he broke down a lot of the things that we do that are African in culture that we don't even dig at all, but it's still a part of our DNA memory.
Yeah, and he was touching on that, and he was on Hot 97, and then Chadwick Boseman, who's a phenomenal actor, he's played all of our black heroes in the last like 10 years. He was Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall, T'Challa, like, and he was on. He did The Breakfast Club and stuff like that. So I'm just been following this movie, and it's like, obviously with a big budget movie, it's like a lot of hard work that goes into it. But it's like, even like you would think that some of the detail oriented stuff would get lost in a $200 million production, and they really harped and focused in on that, and that's what's made. Part of what's made the movie so successful.
It's crazy. It's like with all of the hype, you almost forget that like Angela Bassett and Forrest Whitaker, like real life heavyweights, is in this movie. They like Forrest Whitaker played like a real good one-eyed
shaman or something.
Like I guess he's like the I don't know what he was, like the semi, I guess, to Akeem, if that makes any sense. It was fucked up. I was like the young. They even went and found like a young little half cockeyed young boy to play him at the apartment in Oakland. And I'm like, the movie is good. It is very good. Lot of different messages you could pull from, and it depends on the way you think, the way you feel, the way you look at the world. Like I said, Black Panther 2, that's coming.
They said that Wakanda is going to be a big focus of the Infinity War, the Avengers Infinity War that comes out in May. And like that running fight scene that's in the trailer or whatever, that's based in Wakanda, because there's like, I think the Soul Stone or whatever is going to be in Wakanda. So the large fight from Infinity War is going to be set in that
Now see, that's really where if you're like a person like me who's literally, I've never watched Thor, Hulk, Captain America, the Avengers, none of this shit. Ant-Man, I didn't even know Ant-Man was a fucking thing.
Ant-Man is actually a funny ass movie. You would like Ant-Man.
I've never seen any of this shit. I just wasn't in the comics, and so the comic book movies just didn't like. No.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is that Marvel and Disney have done a good job of loosely adapting the concepts from the comics and making it palatable to where it's like, even if you're not in the comics, it makes for a good product as far as like the viewing public goes.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing now. It's like the stories tie in. They'd have to. I'd imagine they tie into each other.
Black Panther's story loosely ties into like the other stuff that's went on, but just as a standalone, it's its own story arc also.
Okay.
But the Avengers movie is basically like what do you call it? Like a crash course of all these different events that have happened prior to.
So let me ask you this: what was the salary shit you said you wanted to discuss?
I saw something online that was basically it's like this YouTube page called like Real Salary or something like that, and they break down salaries for people in movies. And I just found it interesting that I'm thinking like, you know, a movie with a $200 million budget, like, where does the money go? Like, is it in the production? Is it in the salary? Whatever. Angela Bassett and Forrest Whitaker got $400K to do this movie. Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, got $3 million, which I figured I was thinking somewhere between like 2.5 to 7 or whatever. So he fell like right in the middle. The Letitia Wright, who plays Shuri, got $1 million. But everybody else was like $800K, whatever like that.
I thought she was phenomenal too.
She was all that,
She was dope.
But I would just think that, like, you know, a movie of this stature that, you know, people would have gotten more money.
Well, it's sort of like Get Out. Like, there are no heavyweights. And I think that's dope. That people are out here making movies that are doing 200 million plus box office with no heavyweights in it.
Yeah.
Like, Get Out, the only person we knew was Lil Rel, and that was because of the Kevin Hart, the stand-up.
And even that's like a niche popularity.
But like with this, you figure Get Out Bull is Get Out Bull. Like, that's how we know him. He Get Out. T'Challa he's been in a couple movies. He did he
was Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah, like, but nothing that's like
nothing that broke the bank.
Nah. And then Michael B. Jordan was Wallace, and he got
$1 million.
Yo, real quick, I was at the poker table today. White people love Rocky. Oh my God.
It's like Rocky is like interwoven into the fabric of our show.
He has a statue, man.
We had a white dealer today that would not shut up about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. He's like, yeah, man, every night before I go home, man, before I get in bed, I watch the Super Bowl. I watch that last play. Then I watch Jason Kelsey's speech. And I'm like, do you got kids? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're neglecting your children.
So then he just kept talking about, and I'm like, well, the white folks who love Genos and Rocky will not, like, they are in heaven right now that the Eagles won. So I mentioned, he's like, what's your problem with Rocky? I'm like, it's an awful movie. He's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That's an American classic. And I'm like, no, it isn't. So then we started talking about movies and what's classic, what's not. And one of the older white guys, he was sitting in seat 3. He was mentioning something about Going with the Wind. And I'm like, I've never even seen that shit. And he was like, you're really in here discussing classic movies and you've never seen Going with the Wind? I'm like, have you ever seen Belly? He said, what? I said, shut the fuck up. Like,
have you ever seen Training Day, motherfucker?
And I'm like, Rocky's
Academy Award.
But pretty much everything we've said on here is like, Rocky's not a great movie. It's like, I understand why white folks who like salami dig the movie. It makes sense. But the movie is not good.
There's a bunch of, we talking about the movie.
I told you, man, the most amazing shit about the Rocky series is he literally went from being like 15 and 67 the first movie to being 54 and 3 by the third movie.
And then I'm telling now they started with the Creed. So the guy was like, oh, let me guess, you like Creed? I'm like, I think you're saying that because I'm black. But no, I hate Creed too because Rocky's in the shit.
It was something missing in Creed that it just never got me.
And he was like, well, I guess you'll get your wish because Rocky's supposed to die in the next Creed. And I'm like, even after, they gonna have him coming back like a ghost. And wait till
Ghost Rocky.
Rocky gonna be in Creed 9. I guarantee you, all the next Creed.
But that you bring up Rocky because my elder is one who has been really opening my eyes up to looking at the movies or subliminal messages in movies. And Rocky 3 is what he said really opened his eyes when Rocky fights Clubber Lang. And he says, when Rocky beats Clubber Lang, he everybody is clapping. He said, and I'm clapping. And then in the middle of me clapping, I asked myself, how the hell did they get me to root against the black guy? So that's the subliminal, the messaging, and he calls it inverted allegiance. The movie will have you pledging allegiance to folk that ain't even on your damn side.
Right.
And so that's what opened up his eyes to it. Like, damn, I didn't watch this movie, and by the end of the movie, I'm rooting against my own damn people. And I'm happy about it. And I'm clapping about it. So the movies is deep, man. They deep, man.
Yeah, Paul Mooney always says people believe what they see. Like when Jaws came out, beaches was empty. Like nobody was getting that. He's like, Psycho came out, motherfuckers was bird bathing. Nobody took a shower. He's like, that's just what it is. People believe what they see.
This is another thing I think is really problematic with not with Black Panther itself, but with the whole brouhaha around it. It's sad because it shows us that black people are only moved by entertainment. We're only moved by entertainment.
Right.
We can be talking about Wakanda Forever, which is a fictitious place, but is many rich and great African kingdoms that there have been for centuries, and we can only get excited over Wakanda. They got put Wakanda on the flight thing. I'm going to Wakanda. You don't want to go to Ghana? You don't want to go to Guinea? You don't want to go to Nigeria? Folks, black folks, I want to go to France. I want to go to Italy. Folks don't even want to go to their own continent. But when you get a movie, now I can be excited. Now, I thank God that the movie is generating some kind of excitement about our homeland, but it really is really sad to me that we're that moved or only moved by entertainment. That's crazy to me.
There's people that think Wakanda's real. Like, they're going there.
Yeah.
I hope not. I hope nobody thinks that.
I saw people like posting a John like, I'm going to Wakanda, and I'm like, well, first off, you need a passport. And I know you.
And second of all, you need to talk to your PO. This is obviously like you need to.
I'm like, yo, you really want to go to Wakanda on standby? Like you go.
But you know what's crazy about Wakanda? All of Wakanda wasn't great. They still had wood huts and everything in there.
That was the sham. Like, yeah, we fucked up as a third world country, but then like
that's not the sham because nobody was going there to see it.
No, that's what the boy was saying. The white FBI agent when they was like, yeah,
Ross
when they was like, yo, he's the leader of he's the king of Wakanda and they
third world country.
And he's
but
they
never came there. Actually, I don't believe
Ross did.
Well, Ross got there. Once he got shot. I'm talking about prior to.
That's another joint. My homie, he's like one of those fake deep niggas. He was like,
why did the white man have to say today?
He's like, they would see this the shit they do. They put slave movies with a white man leading the slaves to freedom. He's like, now they got Wakanda and the white man got to show up to save the day, flying the plane, can't none of the niggas.
But first he sowed discord because when Njadaka gets there, he's down there with the little girl, and what's her name, Shuri.
Shuri.
She's talking to Okoye, and she said he's an outsider. Okoye says no, he's a Wakandan, and then Ross says, nah, he's
one of ours.
Y'all. He's one of ours. He sowed the discord right there, telling them, nah, they not like you. That's that whole W.E.B. Du Bois talented chimp type thing. Y'all not like. See, you're black, but you're not like the rest of those black people. This stuff is deep, man. This stuff is deep. I know I'm reaching. Right? Yeah, I'm reaching.
I saw somebody actually got Wakanda tattooed on the.
I hope
they got a war dog tattoo.
I saw it, but I hope that was not real.
It's real.
I hope it wasn't real.
Motherfuckers out here tripping.
I hope it wasn't real.
It's like, hey, you do know you can go to AfricanAncestry.com and figure out where you from for real, right?
Something.
You don't have to tattoo Wakanda on the inside of your lip.
Or you can just close your eyes and choose a place. You know what I mean? Close your eyes and choose it. Because really, none of those countries even existed until 1954, until the Berlin Conference. The countries that we see in Africa are set up for colonization.
I saw a skit on Facebook where the guy, they did the Ancestry.com shit like at work, and it was a black dude and a white dude, and they got their results back. And the white boy opened it up and flipped open the paper, and it said 32% Italy, 31% German, 19% East Europe, this, that, and it broke down like all the percentages down to one. He was like, damn, I didn't think they get that in depth with it and shit. So the black guy opened this up, and that shit said 100% Africa. He was like, all right.
Just the whole damn continent, huh?
I was fucking dying when I saw that shit. Like,
if folks don't dig how big Africa really is, like the map is a lie. Yeah. Like Africa can almost fit the rest of the world inside of it.
Africa's huge.
It's really that big, but this is how deep white supremacy get. Even the map is a lie. But like, oh God.
Do you think the Earth is flat?
I think that I don't care.
Oh,
I don't
I thought you
care.
was about to go Kyrie on.
No, I don't care. Could it be flat? I don't. If somebody can explain to me why believing the Earth is round is problematic, then I can figure out that the Earth is flat or something. But it don't benefit me or it doesn't hurt me, at least to my knowledge right now, to think that the Earth is round. But I'm really not. I really don't care.
Yeah, okay.
It's not. I'm not going to ride a boat to see if I fall off the end. You know, I'm not going nowhere near the Bermuda Triangle or any of that just to find stuff out.
That's kind of where I be at though. A lot of times I be like, what is right and what is wrong? Because it's like it's so many people that'll say this, that, and the third, and then it's people on the flip side that'll say the complete opposite with the same conviction that they said. So I'm like,
yeah, and that's why I don't typically deal with right or wrong. I deal with beneficial and not beneficial. That's what I said. If you can tell me why believing in the Earth is round isn't beneficial for me, then I can believe something different. So everything needs to be what's beneficial. You know, it's like, all right, you know, is being gay right or is being gay wrong? Is it beneficial to building a nation? That's my litmus test to everything. Is it beneficial to building a nation? Whatever is not beneficial, or you can't show me some benefits for the entire race and not just for you as an individual, then that's something that's not beneficial for us. It's something that we shouldn't be doing. So right or wrong can always be subjective because I can feel like I'm right and punching you in the face some way, somehow.
Right.
But is that beneficial? That's something that we actually can measure.
sorry for asking you the question about Earth being flat. I apologize.
Did I get loud again?
Yeah, you was a little aggressive. You was a little aggressive. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm with it though. I'm learning.
I'm gonna take a Xanny next time.
A word that Mitch taught us here on the last time he was on the show, diaspora. That word has been thrown around so much in all the media surrounding Black men.
I have seen.
You taught us that word, bro.
I have seen that word. I've seen it pronounced like 19 different ways.
Yeah.
I'm like, I definitely. Mitch was the first person I think I ever heard say that
In life.
Yeah, real shit.
But let's talk about something else though. See, because I don't think anything's a coincidence, right? So they give us fake Wakanda, and then they steal Nefertiti in the same week. Do you think that's coincidence?
No, not at all.
Yeah, crazy.
They tell the world that Nefertiti's white, and they got us praising something that ain't even real while they're taking our real history.
Yeah, we'll give you an imaginary African royalty. We gonna take your real.
Take your real royalty, and we so focused on Wakanda. Nobody even cares that they are now teaching and showing the world that Nefertiti, a black African woman, is somehow Caucasian.
Yeah.
And this stuff is deep, man.
Shit, Cleopatra's always a white woman in movies.
Always.
It's like that's the queen of fucking Egypt.
That's what they gonna do. Right. Listen, right now, everything in North Africa is considered the Middle East. Mm-hmm. All the way even to the northwest part, where Morocco is now. How can the most west part of Africa be the Middle East?
Yeah.
And the Middle East is a term that wasn't created until 1951. Until then, all of that was just considered Northeast Africa. But once the World War II came and the fake Jews, the Germans, the Ashkenazis, because none of those folks in Israel are Jews, because Jews are black African people. It's still the black, real African Jews still there. Those folks that were in Germany took over Israel and they started calling it the Middle East to detach it from Africa. Now they're literally teaching that Egypt isn't in Africa. It's not Africa. I seen. I got it on my phone? I might have deleted it. Had a picture of somebody's school book with Africa on it, and Egypt was erased.
That's wild.
And Egypt was erased.
That's crazy.
This stuff is deep.
Somebody posted a joint where it was like after the Nefertiti thing.
Yeah,
they posted a picture of like what they'll be saying Tupac looked like.
Oh yeah,
in
I saw
year
that
3000. It was like a white dude with a bandana on and a nose. I was like, yeah, that's funny as shit. But I don't know. To close out the Black Panther segment, what do you got to say to like wrap it all up?
I mean, as far as the commerce aspect of it, I just think it's favorable for black people because as the franchise continues to expand, it creates more roles in this Wakandan world or whatever that they're creating. He creates more, acting roles and more opportunity for more people of color, which is what I'm always, rooting for, as far as, more people to be able to create some upper mobility, be able to make some money and take care of their family. Winston Duke, the guy that played M'Baku, this is his first movie that he's ever been in. Did an excellent job.
Which one was M'Baku?
The Ape King.
Yeah,
the one that was in the mountains or whatever.
This is his first movie.
First movie ever. He was fucking amazing, and this was his first movie. And
he was real good. I felt like I seen him in something before.
Yeah, he said that he went to I think it was like Yale Drama, and his course leaders were Lupita Nyong'o and Angela Bassett, and they had his film reels and all of that from like his course study and stuff like that, and they was like, yo, audition for this movie, blah blah blah, and then he ended up being in the movie with both of them. It's his first movie.
That's dope.
So it's like the fact that they're taking chances on first time actors and stuff like that is promising to me as far as the expansion of this this cinematic world or whatever goes. And I think it's cool to see, a positive character, even though he's not all right. And, there's stuff with his father and all of that shit that was wrong or whatever. But I just think that it's good to see a positive character have money put behind him and put in people's faces despite the subliminal messaging.
Yeah. I told you I have a different perspective and a different appreciation for the movie. I love this. Like, I love that this is going on.
Me
like
too.
everywhere.
Me too.
Like
Me too.
Facebook, Instagram, the back of the 60s, everybody's fucking talking about this shit. And I like that. I like the fact that it's so much being said now, and all these different feelings and emotions are getting, woke up. And I told you at times I be feeling like, damn, am I wrong because I don't put that much heart or feeling into certain situations? But at the end of the day, the movie is good. It is good. I'm not really a comic book movie dude, and I found it to where it was like it's enjoyable enough to where I can watch it again.
Yeah,
it's not a bad movie.
it's on Cody.
Thank you, Mitch. Like, it's not a bad movie. Is it better than Passenger 57? No. But it is a pretty good film.
Yeah, I think.
And I like the dialogue that it's sparking all across the board. So whether you're team Wakanda or team Killmonger, it's a good film.
So
Here comes Mitch.
I'm always the negative guy. I agree with everything Chad is saying, but I just feel like we have to move from a place of now don't y'all see so y'all can make movies for us to I don't give a fuck what they make. We gonna put our own $200 million together and make our own superhero without having to worry about nobody else. I'm not, because what if they don't want to continue making movies that show us in a proper light? What if they go back to making movies of us as slaves or drug dealers? What if they keep putting out all the negative stuff? When are we going to? When are our Wakandans, our rich folks, going to say, you know what? We're going to put our money together and do our own damn thing. I saw something with a while ago. Danny Glover was upset that he couldn't get Hollywood to finance a movie about the revolution in Haiti. Mm-hmm. Do it your damn self. Nate Parker did Birth of a Nation by himself with what, $3 million?
Yeah, but they fucked Nate Parker up.
Well,
as soon as Nate Parker did Birth of a Nation, they said, oh, well, what about all these bitches you was raping?
yeah, they definitely tried to sabotage him, but
Like,
he
niggas don't
did it.
try and go through that shit.
But he did it.
Like Spike Lee, remember they all gave him money for X. That was pretty
So
fly.
we gotta continue to do that. I mean, I'm all for black folks getting more jobs, more directors, more actors. But I'm all about independence, man. We got to be more independent because whenever we need somebody, that's how racism operates. Racism is dependent on the oppressed needing the oppressor. The moment I don't need you, you can't be racist towards me. It's like, what? I got my own banks, I got my own hospitals, I got my own militia. What? Fuck y'all.
Yeah, that's real.
So that's so I mean, I appreciate. I'm not even gonna say I appreciate it. It's good that some folks are getting jobs. I just think we got to get more independent minded, man, where we want to own and control our own stuff, man. Because I think it could have been totally different if it was under our control, because we could have wrote the harmony, but they wouldn't allow to write that harmony. You know what I mean? So, but I think Ryan Coogler slid some stuff in there.
He definitely did. And Matt, real quick, going back to Wesley Snipes, he said in the 90s that Black Panther was his dream role, and he was trying to gather people up and to get financing to do Black Panther in like 92 or 93.
Heard that.
Yeah, and for whatever reason it just never fell through, and then the Blade opportunity came about and he did that, but he always said that Black Panther was his dream role, and that was like his thing that he wanted to main thing he wanted to accomplish in his acting career.
Yo, John Cutter as fucking Black Panther? That would have been lit like shit. Damn. That would have been dope to see. Yeah, see, I'm not like a big Chadwick Boseman fan. I'm not dissing him. He
I don't
was
think
good.
he's an amazing actor. I think he's good.
I
think he's
like
good.
Wesley's that nigga. Like, real talk. Like, motherfuckers, it's funny how things change. Like the narrative on you changes when things aren't rolling. Mm-hmm. Did that make any sense?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Like Beanie Siegel is arguably top 10 rap talents ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
But people will undermine that because
he fucked his bread up
Exactly.
and went to jail.
So
and shot
ask a young
niggas
boy
and-
about AI. Look, you know how big AI was?
That's what I'm saying.
He's like nobody.
Like
man.
DMX. People forget he was the biggest motherfucker on earth.
Yeah.
On earth.
Yeah.
Fuck any genre on earth. It was like DMX and Jay-Z were at the same time. DMX literally started helped DNY start a record label, made everybody a fucking superstar, went into movies, was getting $5 million a movie. Like DMX was that guy. But the crack and all that crazy shit, it's like you look at it like you don't give it the same respect.
Yeah.
And
when he's done stuff that nobody's done.
exactly. And I look at Wesley Snipes like with the fizzling out and then the whole tax shit going to jail. It's like people forget Passenger 57. No, I'm running off the list now. I'm just saying. People forget Murder at 1600, U.S. Marshals, White Men Can't Jump. Wesley literally, New Jack City. That nigga had a hit every year.
He said he didn't want to do New Jack City. He said he turned it down a couple of times.
Crazy. They said he turned that shit down 4 times.
He was amazing in that shit.
And that's another joint that like always eggs me when it comes to like the black movies. There be roles that have happened in black cinema that are like, hate all you want, Wesley dead ass could have won an Oscar.
And Wesley,
for New Jack City.
100%.
It was respected the way, like the same way y'all respect Leonardo in Wolf of Wall Street.
Or the same way that they respected Christopher Walken in King of New York.
Real shit. Yeah. It's like y'all will offer these guys these movies, these trophies, but then like black cinema, like Pac in Juice. Pac dead ass deserved to be nominated for a Best Supporting Actor Oscar. That's one of the best supporting roles I think ever seen.
Or breakthrough role or something.
Something. Like, but not like no, and it's like it fucks me up when I sit back and see that shit. Like, yo, there have been so many good roles
because these same bodies, and I know like TV is different from film, but these same bodies will give the guy from Breaking Bad all these awards for his character arc, going from being extremely good to being extremely bad and being a gangster and cooking meth and this and that and third, but you won't give Tupac the same credit for starting off as like a good kid and then you getting a gun and then losing your fucking mind.
Like how does Olivia Benson on SVU have multiple Emmys, but Marlo on The Wire has never been nominated for an Emmy?
Well, that's one of the best characters we've ever seen.
How? Marlo embodied that shit. Like, how?
Even in real life, the Black Panthers are demonized. Columbus is celebrated.
Yeah.
So they always celebrate even their evils. We got here at the Eastern State Penitentiary, the selling point is Al Capone was housed here. They still celebrate mobsters.
Yeah.
Call it organized crime. But if any black person is selling drugs, they're the most demonic folk, or even if you're using drugs, because the crackhead, is treated different than somebody who's on dope. And now they got places for you to come safely shoot your dope up.
That's the craziest
So
shit on earth.
if they're consistent in how they keep themselves superior. This is white supremacy.
Like y'all done built a bunch of Taj Mahals out here, and motherfuckers just getting high.
Hey, don't get high on the street. Come get high with us.
Yo, I told you,
ain't gonna give you graham crackers and apple juice.
And cookies and punch. Y'all enjoy
Continental breakfast.
continental breakfast. breakfast at the Top Mall. Yo, you know they living in tents on like Kensington, Frankfurt.
No, I don't drive the 60.
I drive 54. But up there, Kensington Avenue, Frankfurt Avenue, Gall Street, all that shit, motherfuckers is living in tents, like living outside, and they all fiends and shit. And I'm driving a 54. I'm coming down the joint, and I'm talking about lady got a pipe with a light to it. I'm like, that bitch is smoking crack. Like just out on the street.
It's a lot of parts of Kensington I've not gone to.
Oh.
And I'm not. I'm not going.
You're not missing nothing. Because I've been to every part of Kensington, and you're not missing anything.
Yo, craziest shit ever. 54. I pull up Kensington to Somerset. This was the last 54. It's the one that's out there till 2:30 in the morning. I'm doing it. I pull up to Kensington, Somerset. It's like 1 in the morning. Shorty comes running down the street. I'm talking about she looked like Gail Sayers pumping up the fucking block. No shoes on. And I got the door open and I froze and I couldn't close the door. And she runs up the steps. We had the old buses. She runs up the steps, was like, the devil is fucking chasing me. I'm like, well, bitch, get on so I can close the door. And she came up. I closed the door. She ran to the back. I'm talking about, look crazy. Ran to the back of the bus. She was like, back door, back door, back door. I opened the back door. She got off. I closed the back door and I just turned and kept going up the street. Lady was like, how do you just be so normal? I'm like, you get used to this shit.
This ain't the first time I seen this. It's not my first school day.
The devil's chasing everybody.
I watch the devil chase him every Tuesday night. The devil. That's when he comes out here.
But yeah, go see Black Panther if you haven't seen it. It's a pretty good movie. You want to get in some of this other foolishness before we get out of here real quick?
Yeah, real quick, man. Before we get into my man Hell Rel, Teriyaki 6ix9ine ran the gangster gauntlet all weekend in LA, and it was actually pretty amazing to see.
It was crazy.
Because he was literally. And
you want to give him a background?
All right,
so you know who Tekashi 6ix9ine is?
Nah, yeah, I'm out the loop, man.
All right, so Tekashi 6ix9ine is a young he's like a Peruvian and Mexican kid or whatever from New York, Brooklyn, and he's a rapper or whatever. And he's a blood. He hangs with all these gangsters and all of that. And he has like from what I know of his situation, he has some real serious like street guys that are like protecting him, that are basically extorting him, but they're protecting him for lack of a better word or whatever. And there was this whole controversy on social media leading up to All-Star Weekend in LA, which is the Nigger Olympics. And it's basically like, hey, is Tekashi 6ix9ine going to check in or not? This was like the Dragon Ball Z question of the last 2 weeks. Like, is Tekashi 6ix9ine going to check in when he gets to LA? Or is he just going to run the gangster gauntlet and deal with whatever happens? And he literally ran the gangster gauntlet. He was at IHOP, at Zara, at the mall, at the jewelry store. He was everywhere, untouched. Nobody did nothing to him. And there was it was so funny because it's all these guys that told him he couldn't come to LA, and he was in LA taking pictures and making videos with people. And you see the videos of like the guys looking for him. Like he'll post a video somewhere, and then you see the guy show up like an hour later, like, where is he at? And he's like narrowly escaped defeat once again. And this went on all weekend. So as ignorant as it is, I couldn't help but watching it. Yeah. And eventually, his run through the gangster gauntlet ended at the airport.
Of all places,
at the airport going home. He got hands and feet put on him yesterday at LAX airport going home. But to his credit, it was 4 versus 2. He did get dropped, but he didn't tell the police. So shout out to you, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Yeah. And then he was still at the airport talking crazy after he got beat up.
Yeah,
it's astonishing. It's like it's so ignorant that it's entertaining.
I mean, but was he fighting back pretty good?
I mean, it's like a 16-year-old Asian kid.
He's like a little, he's a little guy built like a little mini fridge. Like,
so he's not 6'9".
No, he's not 6'9" at all. No,
hell no.
No, in his mind maybe. And he has rainbow hair. Let me add that part also.
And he has a 6'9" tattooed on his forehead, like a big ass 6'9".
Oh my goodness!
I don't know what the 6'9" is. That their gang?
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what that is, but he definitely ran the gangster gauntlet. I gotta give him credit for that.
Yeah,
he was literally everywhere in LA posting videos, pictures. And the funniest was like the 20 niggas running in the hotel. They came to the hotel looking for
6ix9ine.
Where he at? Where the fuck he at? And it's like, yo, it's 2 in the afternoon on Saturday.
So they ran in the hotel and
looking for him
and filmed filmed it.
That's what love was like. Everybody got a camera out. Where the fuck you at?
It's 20 guys and 18 cameras.
Yeah.
As you said earlier, people doing too much with social media.
Much, man, for social media.
Even gangsters, alleged gangsters, I don't know, because that ain't gangster.
No.
Pulling out no daggone camera. You want to go to jail.
Yeah.
Like, the goal is to do stuff and not get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my entertainment for the weekend, being as though I didn't go to All-Star Weekend, but that was
All-Star
that was
Weekend
hilarious.
is like kind of cheeks. At least this
man.
one was. It seemed super cheeks.
Was you running around when All-Star Weekend was here?
I was.
I was 9.
Oh,
I was.
God.
I was.
How young are you, man?
I'm joking, Mitch.
I was. I think I was 18. That All-Star Weekend.
We was in 10th grade, so I was 15.
Yeah, I was a freshman
21
in
or something like that.
college. I was here.
It was 2000, right?
Yeah,
2000.
2000? Was it 2000 or 2002?
2002.
2002.
Yeah, I was a
16.
freshman in college, and I was like all over the place, and it was just like humanity everywhere. Saw Birdman. That was the weekend that Beanie Siegel put hands on Gilly the Kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was like
that when AI had the gallery party?
exactly. It was outside the gallery.
Okay.
It's like, oh, Playboy, you here with Birdman? Let me talk to you for a minute.
That weekend, dog. Oh my God, I had so much drunken fun.
This was before the dashikis.
Yeah, this was way before.
This is Baby Blue Jag days.
Oh,
That was
Baby
a
Blue Jag
little
days.
before that, I was driving a Grand Prix. I had a new Grand Prix at that time.
The first person I've heard say Grand Prix.
What is it called?
Like, niggas call them pricks.
Pricks.
I like that though.
Rest in peace, my cousin Mike Perkins. He was the first. I'm like, it's not a Grand Prix, bro. Like, he used to say it all the time. It used to anger me because I'm like, no, I've been watching Speed Racer since I was a kid. Like, bro, it's Grand Prix. Like, I'm positive.
I used to play Grand Prix on Atari. So,
Yeah,
That was a game too. Yeah,
Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I used to play that shit all
Yeah,
the time.
I had a Grand Prix. I just bought it. It was 2001 Grand Prix.
Okay.
he had the 01 and 01.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
So when did the Baby Blue Jag
And I got
come?
shot in it.
car was bad luck. Apparently.
I got shot at it in 2002 after the All-Star game, like in November that year. I bought the Jag in 04,
Okay.
05, something like that.
That's a classic Twitter
Yeah.
picture.
Y'all made me a used car salesman.
Yo, remember the holy water?
Listen, some of them Jones used to be funny as hell, man.
Yeah, I had
Not
Mitch
the
selling
water.
holy water.
Nah, you had me in the picture with all the priests.
I remember that
Oh
one.
my God,
No, I'm talking about the
man.
joint with the 1-800 God's
Oh
money.
yeah. Oh man, Twitter was funny.
That was
man.
classic, man.
Twitter was funny as hell, man.
my guy, real quick. Drake, he dropped a video for God's Plan.
Plan.
That's what made me say God.
Yeah.
And Drake's the GOAT.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's questionable at this point. I think it's kind of crazy how Drake literally can take months off, like nothing.
Yeah.
Like these other artists, they gotta stay hot, put a feature out, do something. Drake literally didn't do anything.
He took
for
6 months off.
and in 4 songs has created the buzz that's going to have his album go 4 times platinum.
Yeah.
He did the freestyle with Lil Wayne for Family Feud. He did
Diplomatic Immunity.
no before that.
Okay.
Family Feud freestyle with Lil Wayne. He did, what was the other jump before he did God's Plan and Diplomatic Immunity?
I know he put out the record with Trouble, but that wasn't.
Oh no, I'm
that
sorry.
wasn't no type of good.
Block Boy JB.
Yeah.
Puts
Look
out the Look Alive remix, which takes the fuck off. He drops Diplomatic Immunity and God's Plan, which, can we give me my credit? Literally,
You called it.
The day
called
they
it.
came out, Ron and Chad both was like, yeah, these just some throwaway joints. You know, I'm like, I think God's Plan is a hit. This shit debuted at number one.
First time Drake ever did that.
And it's already 3 times platinum. I'm like,
But
just
that's the album or just the song?
the song.
Song.
Just to put it in perspective, Bad and Bougie was probably the biggest shit in nigger music in the last 18 months. It's 6 times platinum. God's Plan is 3 times platinum.
In 2 weeks.
That shit is crazy. And he's already created the buzz for his next album in 4 tracks after being off for 6 months.
Yeah.
Well, see,
That shit-
those other guys never reach his status.
No.
Once you reach a certain status, you know, Michael Jackson was dropping every 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah. This shit is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But the God's Plan video is fantastic.
It's phenomenal.
I like it.
I was
It's
seeing
crazy.
that Rosenberg and Ebro both contrarians for the sake of being contrarians. They both found a way to slant the charity in the video, and they made a whole big deal about it. And it's primarily due to like their bias with Drake and the fact that he won't talk to them.
Yeah,
like they're both like scorned
What were
women.
they saying?
They're basically saying like it's always been the time for giving. Just because Drake telling y'all to do charity don't mean that y'all should do charity. Y'all should have been doing charity, and it's disingenuous that he filmed it. And he's like, and Drake called Rosenberg and was like, bro, what the fuck is your problem, number one? And then number two, do you know how much work I had to go through to roll up on these people and give them money? He said, this shit is harder than you think to give people money that don't know that you're coming, and you gotta coordinate around their schedule and all that. He's like, and I filmed it because all of these people have a unique story, and it's a reason why I did what I did for him.
Yeah, like he bought the kid the one car because he survived the earthquake. Was it the earthquake or what happened in Houston?
Hurricane.
Earthquake. The hurricane. I don't know what happened. The one kid survived the hurricane. Then the one girl, he gave the money. He gave her $50,000. She already is in college. She's a pre-med student, so he's paying for the medical school.
Right.
It was just dope. Buying all the people the groceries.
Ebro was like, it's dangerous to give people money without a plan, and I'm like, well, you could. On the flip side, you could not give them the money, and then how well off are they?
Drake is giving away the vibranium.
Right.
This is what y'all want. You know what I'm saying? That's niggas though for you. Oh, look at this nigga handing out vibranium again. It's like crazy. It's like, no, you're supposed to do this, but it's dope. Had $1 million budget, gave the shit all away,
gave it away.
Yeah, that was dope. I thought it was very, very fly, very good video.
It especially moved me because somebody of his status, he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to use his platform to, one, give anything away, or to, two, showcase that he's giving stuff away. And I just think that, it's more impactful for him to show it because of all the reasons I just stated. He doesn't have to do it. Drake could give away millions of dollars behind the scenes, and it's like, all right, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it, doesn't make a sound. Yeah. So I think that in the spirit of what he did, he's trying to show other people like, yo, stop buying 55 chains and like help somebody. And I thought it was very commendable.
Hopefully it catches on.
Yeah, speaking of help somebody, he done made Block Boy JB a fucking star.
Yo, he signed him right to the OVO stimulus package. I looked at the song on Apple Music, OVO Warner Brothers. Yeah. I'm like, oh, he wasn't playing.
Not fucking around. That shit debuted in the top 10 on Hot 100. Block Boy JB got a
never had no previous entries before. First song ever debuted in the top 10.
Crazy. Like Drake,
and I know nothing about this guy.
That Look Alive song. Drake is just, he a machine. It's unbelievable at this point. Like, you would think after years of it, it's like there'd be some slowdown. The fact
How long has he been out now?
Since 08.
I was gonna say 9, but yeah,
professionally 09, but since 08.
Like, you would think, like, especially with the shift that rap has taken to where it's like all about the Migos, Young Thug, Future, get high and, be weird.
And the Migos just had a phenomenal debut. They did 200K. That's their biggest debut to date, and it still dwarfs in comparison to what Drake is doing.
It's crazy. That stir fry song, it's like they're gonna make us like it regardless.
I love it. I love it.
What's crazy is I hate it. But I was like doing my pre-trip on the bus the other day, and like in the kitchen, we're cooked up like
I got you.
I'm like, that's how this should be. Like, I hate it.
It's programming. That's how they get you.
Like that, I hate it. But here it is. How much time we got left? Okay, we good. Yeah. But yeah, I just find it amazing that Drake is literally. Like, he can't miss.
He has it all figured out. And something that let me know that he had it all figured out, Jimmy Iovine did an interview back in like August or something like that, and he's like, listen, if I was still in the music business, if I had a label, I would just give it to Drake and Future the Prince and say, do whatever you want. He said,
who?
Future the Prince, that's Drake's road manager and his DJ. He said, I would just give it to them and say, do whatever you want. He said, because these guys are the smartest two people in the music industry. He's like, bar none. He said, and I've worked with some brilliant people. As far as the new crop of guys, these are the smartest guys that are out there, and they just have the culture figured out 1,000%. He said, so I would just turn the keys over to them, and I would know, like, whatever, it's going to be successful. He said, so at that point, I'm like, damn, maybe Drake's a better businessman and a bigger executive than we think. If somebody like Jimmy Iovine, who had Dr. Dre, Death Row, 50 Cent, Eminem, is saying like, no, this guy is the one. So, this guy's got it all figured out, man. He took 6 months off and then single-handedly took over the game in 2 nights.
You just made me think about 50 Cent. Irv Gotti said that when he said he was at the Murder Inc. studio, and he was like, the beef had been going on with Ja and all them. 50's got stabbed, all that shit had been going on. And 50 had done his little disses, whatever, and it was like, we ain't worried about this nigga. Like, we gonna keep doing our thing. It's Murder Inc. for life. We straight. Well, fuck this nigga. He's like, when In the Club came on, he's like, the video came on, I turned to Ja, buckle up, nigga, because this about to get real.
It's about to be a rough ride.
Yeah, he said, buckle up, nigga. Like, I was dying. I didn't watch any of the Death Row joints. I'm probably gonna start tonight.
I watched 1 and 2 last night. Holy shit.
I'm gonna start watching it tonight.
That is the best original content BET has ever produced.
Is it up there with the Dr. Dre joint?
The HBO joint?
Yeah.
You say? It's up to par.
Okay.
And they like interviewed all types. They interviewed Keefy D. They found Keefy D. You know who Keefy D is? They found Keefy D. His fucking right ass, but they found Keefy D. I'm like, they just got everybody. They got the guy who used to be the head of security for Death Row, the Reginald Hudlin, the police officer.
Yeah.
They pulled up. They fucking got BG Knockout on there from Ruthless Records. Like, I'm like, where did y'all find these niggas? Like, it's like the Vlad TV All Stars.
Okay.
All on here, all telling this story, and it's like crazy, man. And the story arc of it is phenomenal, man. Like, I'm gonna watch 3 and 4 tonight. That's a good ass documentary.
Yeah, I'm gonna start that shit when I get home. Hell,
man.
Like, Hell Rel this week. Did you see Hell Rel's incident?
I don't even know what Hell Rel is.
Hell Rel of the legendary Diplomat crew of Harlem and Bronx fame. He was at a $8.99 Chinese buffet with his family on Sunday and got punched out by like 5 masked goons.
Masked goons?
Yes.
See, they don't want to go to jail. These are real goons.
Yeah, real goons. And the only reason why they punched him out before at a nightclub in Long Island a couple months ago, and Hell Rel went on Instagram Live and denied it and said, man, ain't nobody touched me, this and that, y'all crazy, somebody gonna die, they touch Hell Rel, blah blah blah. So they found out that he was at the $8.99 buffet with his family. And
what the fuck does he keep saying $8.99 buffet?
Like I've been to these establishments before. It's $8.99 all you can eat, but if you do takeout, then it's extra for the takeout platter. Then they put it on the scale and weigh it. Yeah, they weigh it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So so they punched Hell Rel out, and the funniest part of all of this was him yelling stop, and then 2, him crawling out of the restaurant on all fours and leaving his family.
Yeah, he left his family.
His mother, his girl, his kids. He left everybody.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad.
They didn't do nothing to the family, did they?
No, they didn't.
No. Y'all got the keys to the Crown Vic.
No women and kids.
I'm hopping on the car. I'm hopping on the bus.
Damn.
So my thing with Hell Rel is this. Number one, you're old enough to know better.
Yeah.
You've been around different, rap beefs and street beefs and stuff like that. You're from Weeks Ave in the Bronx. Like, that's a very serious
Did
place.
one of them Dipset dudes get killed or shot at or something?
I ain't hear that.
I mean, Cameron's gotten beat up a couple times. He got beat up at the Rucker by BK Rube and Junior Mafia.
Oh, that was years ago.
He got beat up by True Life. True Life put the paws on him outside a jury store years ago.
Man, he just taking the L's.
I thought that was Jim Jones.
No, it was him too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, True Life was handing out ass whoopings.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're glad he changed his life, gave his life over to the Lord.
Yeah.
They were tired of dealing with his crazy ass and all them Puerto Ricans from the Lower East Side. But it's like, yo, you old enough to know better. If you have active beef, why are you sitting down at an $8.99 Chinese buffet with your family like it's all good? It's in the area where you got beat up last time.
I mean, you got to sit with your back to the wall so you can see people coming in the restaurant.
Exactly. Like he was overly comfortable.
Even I know that.
Yeah. I do that, and I don't have no active beef, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, put my back to it. I need to see what's going on.
I'm the
Here.
same
I got
way.
a couple ladies told me they was gonna fuck me up for making them fold up the stroke. So if they ever come back,
So they might mean it. They might mean
you
it.
never know when they gonna come back on me. So yeah, you gotta sit with your back to the wall in restaurants when you're out in public, man.
I honestly hate that I still have so much street stuff in me.
Why? You need it.
I mean,
It's survival tactics.
yeah, I just don't like it, man.
Didn't y'all watch? I forgot the name of the show. They just, God, what the fuck is the name? It's maybe Grey's Anatomy. Is that a show?
That's a show.
That's a show. I don't.
I've
watch
never
it,
seen
though.
it.
But apparently they had a scene. It might be Grey's Anatomy. Don't quote me on this, people. But
It's the hospital show.
I guess. But it was a black woman and a black man explaining to their black son what to do and what not to do with the police.
Okay.
Like giving him survival tactics for making it home. And it's stirring up a lot of controversy, of course, on the internets and Facebook. People, strangers are arguing and shit. And I watched the scene, and it is pretty crazy because it's like they're telling him all these different, so like you say, all these different things, and so, and I'm just like, I dig it, but it's like, it's fucked up that you got to say that to your son. Like, don't move your hands when you're in front of an officer. If you're moving your hands, tell him that you're gonna move your hands. Whatever you do, no matter how scared you are, do not run. And I'm just like, that is real, but it's like, damn.
Like Chris Rock had a bit on his new stand-up where he said, yo, if you got a black son and you don't punch his son in the face, you it's child abuse. Like, you're doing him a disservice. He need to know that like shit is fucked up out here and like it's not designed for you to win.
Yeah, I ain't get those lessons because, like I told y'all last time, I don't play with them. I never have. I never will.
Gotta stop that shit.
I don't play with them cops, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, man. These cops, right? They real selective. Have you ever heard of them killing a gangster from Chicago or a gangster from any city? They get caught with guns all the time. They shoot people who they know nobody's gonna retaliate. So, don't be afraid, man.
Oh, no, I'm not afraid. I'm sorry for making you think that I was afraid.
Apology count number 4.
Yeah. I'm not afraid.
Can't do it, man. One of these days, man, I think I got to go to a class, man.
For what?
So I can not be aggressive. I don't be wanting to be aggressive, man. I be wanting to just talk like this the whole time. But it doesn't happen.
I think that's just your normal.
It is. Like, I don't be meaning nothing, but folks always think I'm angry. I'm like,
Right.
I'm not angry. I'm about to laugh in a second. Like, but it's just the way my voice projects.
But yeah, I thought that scene was pretty. I'll send it to y'all later. I thought that shit was just pretty.
Yeah.
When you said that, like your survival tactics.
It's like, even though I hate to bring Popovich up, but, Popovich talked about that. I don't have to teach talk to my sons about that. And it's crazy how some folks will have an issue, with that scene, like it's not real. Like, they really try to make it like police brutality and none of this stuff ain't real. Like, nah, this stuff has been going on, man. Like, 5 cops beat Rodney King and got found not guilty. Like, on camera. Like, I mean, like what?
They're like, look at him right there resisting.
Yeah, a cop reloaded 3 times with Sean Bell and got found not guilty. Like, you reloaded. How you get found not guilty?
Yeah. What was the one where he shot him running away? Oscar, I think his name was in South Carolina.
No, that cop got found guilty.
I know what I'm just saying though. The cop put in the paperwork, and 3 of his cop buddies put in the paperwork that the guy reached for the taser.
Yeah.
It was only because that video came out from the cell phone that they realized that they was like 3 cops had agreed with him and put that shit in. Like, that shit's crazy.
Like, yeah, y'all all in the bushes and my man's going to jail here.
Yeah.
It's like y'all completely out of pocket. But it's like, like they always say, it's like you protect the shield before, you protect human life. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy. It's like somebody lost their life and y'all like, all right, so what we going to say is, like, this is not the time for that shit.
And then I'm sorry black cops don't stand up for it.
Yeah. When they took me out to a car that day, they put me in a cuffs and my girl started crying. I instantly, it took all my wanting to act crazy out, because I'm just like, I can't get killed out here in front of her. Like, that's just corny. And it's like, I felt weird afterwards, like letting the shit go on and all this goofy ass shit. You remember the shit I was talking about?
Yeah.
But it's just like, I wasn't trying to die either. So, and I'm a large black man, so it's like that, I'm going to get shot, hit with the stick.
Everything. All the above.
Everything.
It's like the dude, what's the dude in Minneapolis? He looks like a bad guy. It's like, dude, you in a helicopter. You see him from a helicopter, so he look like a bad guy. Like, what the heck? But, you know, black people, start killing back, man. Start killing back. The only thing that can stop police brutality is fear. That's it. Start killing back. This in no way represents the thoughts of the realest podcast ever. This is solely the thoughts of Bamadele and Krumah. But I believe it, and I stand by it. I stand by it.
Appreciate that. Because I don't think that people.
That's how I feel, man.
Holy
That's
shit.
the truth. Only way to stop a bully is to fight back.
Hey, man, I tell people all the time, every bully run into a bigger bully eventually.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Rock was saying that his new stand-up, like the school's no bullying policy.
So I'm taking my kids out of here where it's safe.
I'm taking my kids out of there. Like, we need bullies. And it's like, it's weird. Like, I come from the era, like, motherfuckers always, to me, like, yo, you funny as shit. How, like, and I always got something smart to say, some slick shit to say. And I'm like, well, yeah, I was fat and black in the 90s. Like, I'm not trying to be fine.
No,
like,
I was too.
Like the late 1900s. Nigga, I was going to middle school where motherfuckers was ruthless and they was allowed to be ruthless.
I mean, before Wesley Snipes was big,
Yo,
we had to deal with it.
like,
You know what I'm
real
saying? He was a
shit,
little
like-
younger, though. So
Like motherfuckers literally would say anything, they could do anything, and you had to back you walk what they say, walk heavy and carry a big stick. You had to
Bruh.
back niggas the fuck up, and it's like that shit makes you like a wordsmith.
old Twitter, man. Some of us could have went to jail today
my
with the way we used to harass folks. Like Diamond, oh my god, folks could have went to jail for that cyberbullying, man.
Yo, Kendall Straight was like, the fact that you never tried to like meet up to fight Mitch, Ayo, or myself or Love, I fucks with you. Because niggas used to shoot for the moon when I used to get on Twitter. And it's like, it's just what it was. And it's like, it's fun looking back on the shit now.
Yeah, but I really was just that crazy. That's the one thing I like. Whatever I said on Twitter, I would say to somebody's face.
My favorite Mitch was PP number Mitch.
Yeah.
My PP number is such and such such such, and it says I'm a shooter. So take that how you want to. Have a nice afternoon.
Yeah.
That was the best Mitch.
I seen Lil recently for no reason, like just say some crazy shit, and the chick was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, go get somebody for me." I'm like, Lil, just,
Wreck chasing.
yeah.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
Wreck chasing.
I was drunk one night and Big Bangs had Lil so mad, man. I was in there messing with him, man.
That's funny.
I ain't seen him since he been home though.
Which time?
most recently.
Hey, real quick, are we done with Hell Row?
I mean, I just had a couple questions for Hell Rel. Maybe somebody that's out there in cyberspace can answer this for me. Where was the Ruger? Ruger Rel, where was the Ruger? Why do a follow-up vlog to let us know that your jewelry was real, but not why you got punched in the face? So it's just like, we didn't, your Gucci flip-flops and your Rolex was not any of the questions on my docket.
That was you talking about where he was smoking?
Yeah.
That was the weirdest video ever.
Yeah, and then I just had a couple logical next steps for Hell Rel, but I don't even care that much to address them, so I'm done.
I guess social media would be the podcast popping up, if that's the thing.
Yeah, I guess so. The podcast is the new dad hat, man. I see everybody, everybody with a social media account wants to have a podcast, which I guess is cool to a degree or whatever, but it's a lot of bullshit in the marketplace, if I must say so myself.
Yeah, somebody hit me the other day about starting a podcast. Like what should I do? Like, what's my first step? And I'm like,
Don't.
That's the answer. Don't.
I wasn't gonna. I don't give a fuck what you do with yourself. It was so weird though, because I'm like he was like, yeah, man, like, y'all performing at the Roots picnic, like that's huge, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yeah, I mean, it's not all it's cracked up to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
We have no idea what the fuck we're doing when we get there.
it's like things are going slow. We're a grassroots podcast, so we started out, we're independent, moving along. Shout out Taylor and Justin. You know what I'm saying? We got some good people with us. We got all our folks who've been up here, all the different people we've had. We are not like,
we are not bringing in the big bucks.
we are not 60 Minutes.
This is an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
In the words of my man Scooter, I talked to Scooter the other day. Like, this is a fucking expensive hobby.
You had to talk with Scooter. How did that go?
Yeah, pretty much that sums it up, right?
I'd imagine.
Yeah. But Scooter was kicking some real shit though for once in his life. He's just long-winded as fuck.
Oh yeah. Scooter smart as shit. We was in the green room when we performed at what's the joint on Walnut, 30th and Walnut.
World Cafe Live.
World Cafe Live. We was in the green room while Clint was on stage and shit. And Scooter really is a smart ass dude. And he was talking some real. We were just having a talk about life. And at the end, I'm like, man, he's long winded. Like, Jesus Christ.
In the words of my man Nicky Tags, he's very verbose.
Yeah. But the podcast thing popping off left and right, I like it. Me personally, if you're going to do it, be true to it. I was telling Mitch coming over here, because we was having a discussion in the truck about it, how people just like the monkey see, monkey do aspect.
It should be hot for 3 weeks, and then they be like, I'm over this.
And I'm like, well, you just got to stay true to something. Like, you look at Joe Buttons, who's damn near 200 episodes in.
Yeah.
Brilliant Idiots went years before they blew it to shit. And I'm telling him, I'm like, me and Chad literally have gotten at times like, I don't know.
It's hard to do this.
You know.
It's hard to keep doing this shit.
It's a long drive. But I'm like, I think we reached a point where it's like we're comfortable in ourselves doing it, moving forward. And we like the progression, the track that we're on.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, big things could come, they could not. That's the gamble and the crapshoot that you take called life. You know, you could walk out the door and get hit by a bus tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm just so committed to doing it because people love our POV.
And that's really what fucked me up is like, remember when we did the show canceled, John, and we put the shit to the
people
show.
Lost it.
Like, people was hitting me. Like, motherfuckers I ain't talked to in like a good couple months text me like, yo, you cool? What happened with the podcast? Like, and it was like, damn, all right, I thought you wasn't fucking with me because you owe me $30, but whatever. y'all fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Your niggas disappear, they owe you $30 and shit. But it's like, damn, like damn, motherfuckers really, really, really like our take and the shit that we set up. And that's why I was telling him, like, it's not easy. And I think you've said it before. That's like a gift when you make things look easy.
Yeah.
That people like, oh shit, yeah, it's easy. And it's like,
podcast, that shit ain't about shit. I pop a podcast off in my sleep.
And motherfuckers
shit ain't easy, man.
I seen somebody recently like, oh, you need to have me on your show. This is somebody else. Like somebody else. Because I be having opinions about everything. That necessarily don't like work. Everybody has an opinion. They're like assholes. We all have them. People have an opinion about every little thing that happens on earth, but not everybody can sell their opinion.
Yeah, not everybody's articulate. Not everybody's, able to connect to an audience, or, if you have an unpopular opinion, defend it in a manner in which people can say, I don't agree with you, but I respect you and I understand where you're coming from.
I say it all the time about your man Zeke, rest in peace. I hate your opinion, but I love your opinion because it's yours. And it's like, that shit real. Yeah. And it's like, you don't get influenced or swayed or anything. You might have to apologize to Mitch. But it's
you didn't have to apologize.
It's like, your opinion is yours. And I
just wish in Philly somehow we could get people to really dig within themselves and do what they love.
Exactly.
Because it's just sad that people only want to do what they see somebody else successful at. Now everybody's a motivational speaker.
Yo, he's talking about that coming over here. Like
everybody's trying to do work, so they sell. They see it working for a few folks. Like, for one, that's a slow grind. I've been speaking 12 years. That's a slow grind, but or the podcast or me doing my videos, my first live video I did on Facebook had 0 views while I was live.
Just speaking to dead air.
I was speaking to nobody. It had 0 views live. Now, once people start watching and sharing, this video I did about Donald Trump, it ended up with a couple million views, but it was nobody on that Dredge. It was like 0. You know what I'm saying? And then just because you get a hit, don't mean the next one's going to be a hit.
Right.
Now, I thought I'm going to get 1 million views every video. Yeah, whatever. But I do what I do. Right. I was speaking when nobody was thinking about being a speaker. I was writing books. Nobody really writing educational books in the hood. Yeah. But this is what I love to do. And like when Belargo first hit, everybody wanted to start a clothing line. It's like, yo, we so dope. All of us, everybody got something dope inside of them. you gotta dig in and get that.
Yeah,
man.
you gotta harness your passion and your true intent into something that you really want to do.
Exactly.
Because if you put 37% into something because Big Booty Keisha did it, you're not gonna never get 100% out. You get out of stuff what you put into it. And if you're not true to something, the universe gonna recognize that and gonna say you bullshitting, and I'm not gonna reward you for what you
like. Y'all
they
was
gonna get you up out of there.
Y'all both was on a path to this, because every time, because I can't say what I want to say no more, So I would always go to your snaps. Let me see what the hell Chad talking about today in the car, in the bed. He just talked, but I'm like, man, Chad needs some kind of show talking like that. Then Matt snaps, he talking about a whole bunch of curves. Like, man, these guys need some kind of show.
It's funny, but
and
when
then y'all
I
started
remember the day we put it out there, like, yo, the realest podcast ever, plus yo, and Matt makes me sick. I had like 2 or 3 different people hit me like, this is greatness, like my 2 favorite snappers making a show. Right. And I'm like, I guess this shit was just, and I was saying to my homie the other day, like, he was like, it's crazy, but y'all really gonna be on a podcast stage with like Drink Champs, and Angela Rye.
After a year, at that point, as of a year and a half of doing this, we gonna be on a stage with the biggest urban podcast in the world.
And my homie was like, it's crazy how that shit just happened. And I'm like, dog, it's still kind of like surreal for me at least. And it's like, granted, we ain't make it to no crazy platform yet to make no crazy money. We made some money, whatever. But it's like, I literally, when Chad came to me like, yo, Doug, like, we got to do a podcast. And I'm like, the fuck is that?
Fuck is a podcast?
Yeah, and then I started looking into the shit and thinking about it, and it was like, I was on the same take, like how you said you had 0 views. I'm like, this shit gonna have like 8 downloads. like, and then I saw the reaction from people, and it was just like, oh, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, people get on the bus saying shit.
Yeah, and then I knew it was working, not to cut you off. I knew it was working because I was going to random places that didn't have nothing to do with each other. The rental car place, Landmark. And people is like, yo, you don't know who this is? That's my man. He on the biggest podcast in Philly. Da da da. Don't check him. Give him his ID back. I'm like, oh shit, I'm somebody.
That gets real surreal, man. That gets crazy. Man, I be in other cities. Like I was speaking at a conference in Mississippi. I'm walking in this joint thinking, only people who knew me was the daggone people who booked me. It's like, nah, folks freaking know me. I'm like, this is really weird, man.
Me and Mitch was actually having a discussion about social media and shit before you got here, and it's like social media now has taken, like, it's
life.
It is the world.
Yeah.
So it's like motherfuckers see you on social media. They know you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They know you. Yeah. They know you well. And I was telling him, like, motherfuckers literally see you in public, at least for me, and they call me Matt Makes Me Sick.
Man, I didn't meet you until I came to the first show.
That's
all those years.
All them years talking crazy to each other. That's just how the shit is. That's really how it be. And it's like, motherfuckers see me in the street. And, oh, what's up, Matt Makes Me Sick? I was coming out McDonald's. I went to use the bathroom the other day on Broad Street. I'm walking out. Chick drove, like she was coming out the drive-thru. Like, what's up, Matt Makes Me Sick? I'm like, all right, what's up?
Hey, bitch.
Hey,
man,
it caught me off guard. And I'm like, people really say my name.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Dog, I was texting this chick one time some years ago, and she was atting my name. I'm so this is a text message.
You don't have to do this.
You ain't got to do this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to at me on my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to at me. But she was atting me.
That shit is crazy though. And social media now, man, it's like the life fuel.
It's
like
everything.
I was telling him, this is just how weird social media has gotten. I was telling him about the Valentine's Day post. Like, people was posting pictures of their significant others, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, and the caption's this long for people on Instagram. I love this person. This is my rock. This is my queen. This is my hoe. This is my spleen.
I haven't seen this person all year.
All this shit. But then they'll turn to the person they with and say, Happy Valentine's Day.
Don't tell them none of that.
You don't even say this shit to the person you with. You saying it for Instagram or for Facebook. And it's like, that's just where we've gotten. So it's like people literally like. I have like when I delete my Instagram because I'm sick of niggas, people literally be hitting me up like, yo, I miss your IG, and I'll be like, it's fucking Instagram.
Right.
The fuck, let's go.
I rue the day that I don't have to have an Instagram. Like I'm looking forward to it. Like one sweet day, I'm not gonna have to. I'm gonna build this club platform up to the point where I don't have to leverage my own personal social media for nothing. I can't wait.
Shit crazy.
It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
We pretty much wrapping up now. You got anything you want to throw out there for the people?
Anything you want to plug?
You definitely gonna give us a shout out on Facebook,
Please.
I got y'all, man. I got
We
y'all.
need it. We
should have recorded something. Do y'all got any clips or anything? I put a whole video up there of y'all.
Yeah, we got
we got clips. I
Why y'all don't record the joint, man?
we was,
but
we
going through a transition.
this is only our second time recording in this new studio, and we're gonna have to just break down and hire a videographer. The thing is
or
like,
get a GoPro Hero 5 and just set it up.
All right, listen, I'm gonna tell you because y'all my guys. Y'all ever heard of the Mevo?
No.
Well, I have a Mevo camera. That's the Mevo. Yeah. Oh. You can use the Mevo if you sit the Mevo here, right? But you gotta have somebody that's working it.
Okay.
The Mevo is one camera, but it shoots 80 different angles, so they can make it hit on you when you talking, Matt when he's talking,
wow, really?
me when I'm talking. Yeah, that little thing right there.
Okay.
Does that. So you wouldn't need mine. You got a Mevo right there.
The studio, does that work? Yeah. The studio's better than we thought.
Right.
We got a Mevo and the shit works.
Yeah, so the Mevo, that right there is.
You know, if this was a black studio, I'd have turned to you like, it worked? Oh, no, that John.
We having some technical difficulties.
I gotta take it over to John, get the little John put back on there.
My cousin stole my charger.
That joint right there is everything.
Okay.
That's all y'all need to shoot a joint. It look like the Breakfast Club, literally zooming in on your face and zooming in on your face like that. So that's
really what we wanted. We didn't want the stationary camera, and it was driving us crazy.
Well, I'm glad I came. He ain't even tell y'all. But the Mevo, this is what I use to shoot my talk show. Yeah. So what look, well, you know, I'm a six-time author, an international speaker. I'm gonna be in London sometime in June this year.
To London.
Hey man, a whole tour. It's a whole huge black audience in London. On my Facebook, London is my 4th largest audience. Okay. You know, Facebook give you your
analytics.
Give you all the analytics. Yeah. So so
800 friends. I don't need no analytics.
All right. So those who are in Philly, make sure you go to bfandkrumah.com. The live recording of my talk show, You Can't Talk About That in the Black Community, is March 10th from 4:30 to 6:30 at Northeast Studios, 3824 Jasper Street. Make sure you follow me on Facebook. It's bfandkrumah on all social media platforms. Check out the videos. Make sure you stop by bfandkrumah.com to get, like I said, 6 different books, have about 3 or 4 different sweatshirts and t-shirts that are on there for you to support. Everything is all about black empowerment, black self-love, and black celebration. So we got I Love Black Men, I Love Black Women sweatshirts. We have Love Back, Buy Black, Think Black, The Pledge t-shirts and sweatshirts on there. But most importantly is make sure you get that knowledge that's in there. I got a new book just came out entitled Love Your Naked Self, an ode to black women to help them go from wanting to cover up their naked selves to loving their naked selves. It's my apology as a black man for all of the negative seeds that I've sown and men like me have sown into the minds of black women that might make them think that they need to get butt injections or that they need to wear a straight weave or any of those things like that. This book is to help you love your naked self. So again, go to bfandkrumah.com and follow me on all social media at bfandkrumah.
Yo, you really a speaker now. That was good.
I'm really a speaker now?
I mean, just like, I'm sorry.
Damn, I'm sorry. Make me laugh every time.
Bitch, be so aggressive for no reason. Oh man, but you're really good at public speaking. That's what I was
appreciate
trying to
that,
say.
brother.
Like, you're phenomenal at this shit.
I appreciate that.
Yo,
man.
anything else you want to throw in there, chat, before we get out of here?
No, not really. We got an ad that I gotta record. I just said
we got some money.
We got some money.
Let's pay some bills.
Yeah, I owe Matt money, but as usual, make sure that y'all like, subscribe, share this episode when it comes out. that's pretty much it, man. Thank you to Wildfire Radio for being a great partner and supporting the podcast. Thanks to my brother for coming on the show, man.
Come out, Mitch.
Thank y'all, man. Y'all family, man.
Yeah, one thing I want to do moving forward with the shows, I want to start, now that we got this bigger studio with more space, I really like the energy we had last week. I like the energy.
Yeah.
I want to start having, like, even if they not recording, I want to start having, like, people in here. Just because it brings another energy into the studio. Definitely. It's like me and Chad. We gonna be Shaq and Kobe regardless, but it's like you need a Robert Ory, you need a Ron Harper,
right?
Maybe a
I don't know how comfortable I'll have to be being Ron Harper, but this is y'all's show, so I'll be Ron Harper for y'all.
Like we had you come back up with we're gonna do a Where Are They Now episode with AO and Nerd, and
that's gonna hit the lid.
So we'll try to get all of our Twitter legend. We'll do a Twitter legend episode. Get you, y'all gonna have to go back though. You can't be BF and Kuma.
Oh man,
no Jamel Kendall.
Please, I can't be on the episode with AO. AO got all the screenshots. Oh my god, he got everything, man.
He just randomly send them to you every now and again.
Like, I still got you. I got proof. Be like, dog, how do you still have screenshots from 2009? You ain't get a new phone or nothing?
Nope.
No.
Got an iPhone 4S.
All right, we out of here. We be back next week.
Bong.
Holla.